Good evening, my explorers. It's been too long, hasn't it? It's wonderful to be with you tonight. And as we all file in and get settled in, I'd like everyone to take a moment and draw your attention to your breath. Simply notice your breath. Notice how your body separate from you, your body itself, chooses to draw in air. We watch helplessly as the body pulls in air. It's like watching a slow motion car accident with an extremely high frame rate. And as we file in and get settled in, I'd like to make this our focus as we get started to talk about tonight's theme. How to harness anxiety. How to harness this gift. How to say yes to this gift. Stop being a pussy. We'll be back shortly. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, and this is another Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Coming off of short break, tonight we are going to get down to basics, as they say. Get down to brass tacks. Some of us that are more experienced will be revisiting, and those of us that are new need to hear this. How to harness our anxiety and stop being a pussy. That and much more tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening to you. Good evening to each and every single one of you in the chat. I see those familiar names, those gorgeous names that I miss so much. Namaste to each and every single one of you. How are you? Rai, it's great to see you. Peppercorn, I saw that you're not with Orc tonight. Namaste. So hopefully Orc is with us somewhere, even in spirit, or is able to join us. Namaste. Miracle and Big Red, you've been here since very early tonight. Very early birds. Early birds. Mary Lou, thank you so much for that subscription, Mary Lou. Bless you, Mary Lou. Namaste to you, Mary Lou. Generous beyond words. Cherish also, namaste to you for that sub. I saw you drop a sub earlier, and I was just setting up. The team was just setting up and putting things in order, filing things away, making sure that I, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, have exactly what I need to explore with each and every single one of you. Namaste, Larry Picklejar, getting us started with a single bit. Namaste. Namaste to you, Larry Pickle Jar, in that single bit. Hopefully that was hot. Was it hot? Did you keep your change uncomfortably warm in your pocket around your thighs? Because that's what I'm imagining now. And you can't take that away from me, Larry. You can't take real ghost caught on camera. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for that. That is very nice, very generous of you. Definitely going into the compound fund, which hopefully I'm still waiting to get. That real estate agent has not returned my messages yet. Hopefully we can get that taken care of as soon as possible. Namaste. Namaste, Cherish. How are you, Cherish? You also hit us with us while we were just setting up. That was very nice of you. Very generous. Bless you, Cherish. Great to be with you. Namaste. Namaste to all of you. I'm drinking it's a bougie beer night. It's a bougie beer night. Huh? We're having fun. Yeah. We like to button up the top button sometimes here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight we're drinking a Lagunitas, a little something something. A little something something. How's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody feeling tonight? I would imagine we lost quite a few. Those of you that are new here, one thing you might be wondering and might be catching on to is a lot of the mentally ill are attracted to this community, attracted to this channel. A lot of the mentally ill find a sort of respite, but also a hospice here. They are biding time before the end, which is eventual and near. And sometimes when we go on that kind of a break, we go like a week, we go a couple days even sometimes. And what happens is they wander off. God knows what the fuck happened to them. You know, and any therapist worth his salt will tell you exactly what I'm telling you right now. Caller, would you mind holding on for a second? I'm putting you on hold, all right? All right, okay. Well, namaste, and I'm only ill for you, Leslie. That's so sweet. So sweet of you to say. So sweet of you to say. Oh, tired. Cherish, you're about to get your energy levels up. Absolutely. Don't worry about that. Everybody is about to get their energy levels up tonight because that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're getting into tonight is energy levels. You know, one of the biggest things that I ever hear from people that come to me, Leslie, you seem so energetic. Where do you get all this energy? You seem like you're a Tesla coil. No, you know, I've heard that my entire life, since the age of 4 or 5 years old, doing sprints in the backyard like a dog with brain damage. Circle after circle after circle after circle after circle. I become emaciated. I have blood vessels burst in my eyes. It was a horrifying sight, but no one stopped me because they knew it was pure. They knew I was in touch with something, even at an early age. They knew I was in touch with that next level, as we will come to discuss later this evening. The next level, the object of our striving, that is what we will talk about later. But on our way there, you know what? We're going to need energy. And as Cherish said, I need some energy. And Cherish, we're going to get you exactly that. We're going to get you some fucking energy tonight. Because the thing is, as I will bring up, energy is everywhere. There is energy literally around us. We are energy. Energy moves through us. We are vibrations. We are not hard matter. We are not hard. No, we need to stop thinking that way. We need to stop thinking we are energy. We are doing that. We're not doing... we're doing that's the shit that we're doing. We're not doing that other shit. The shit that we're doing is high-pitched, higher-pitched even than the most high-pitched thing you can imagine. That is what we are, and that is what we're going to get in touch with tonight. Namaste. I can feel the energy in my gift. Namaste. Larry Picklejar hit me with that bit. I really appreciate that. Setting off Nindy New. Thank you so much for that. That wasn't a prime, but thank you for that sub. I read it incorrectly. Nindy New, namaste to you. ZXC, namaste. Good to see you in chat, ZXC. The program works. And the reason that ZXC says that is because it does. You can't just say shit on the internet. Because it is fun, increasingly so, the police, the FBI, and people who sort of self-deputize as police and the FBI, they walk around and they've got their little sheriff badge and and we're on a fucking hype train. Communal vision from Stone Monster, energy be like, blah, 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 blah. Exactly. Stony. Stone Monster, the monster of stone, not the monster of foam. Stone Monster, bless you and namaste to you. Communal vision again coming in from Cherish, sending my love. I'm pumped. Namaste to you. Now that is a true ass thing that you just said. You are getting pumped. I knew it. I knew you'd receive energy, and I knew that you were contacting that energy, and now you are channeling that energy and sending it back into the community, sending it back at me through Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Larry Pickle fucking Jar hitting us with 10 subs. What the fuck? That's nuts. That is absolutely bananas ass split. That's a banana split. That is crazy. That is a monkey throwing his shit at the wall. And I am the wall, and my mouth is wide open. And Larry just shit in my mouth. Namaste to you, Larry. Namaste to you. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're at a fucking level 4. Jesus Christ. This is obscene. This is obscene. I'm at ground zero of something way worse than 9/11. Something more abysmal, something more heinous, something more violent than 3,000 dead bodies vaporized essentially under tons and tons and tons of rubble. That's what happened at 9/11. People were jumping out of the window, K'ing themselves, and then and this is even worse than that. A level 4 hive train's even worse than that. But good, if you know what I mean. But good. Bad, but good. Also at the same time. Hiroshima levels. We're approaching that. We're certainly approaching that, Chaos. Chaos, we are very nearly in Hiroshima levels. Somebody saw Oppenheimer. Somebody went to the theater recently, the theatre, as I like to call it when I am trying to get laid. That's how back in the day when Leslie used to be swinging his cock around, trying to get as much pussy or ass as possible, I would say things like, theatre. Maximum Clark, I am anxious to get energized, says Maximum Clark. Namaste to you. Bless you. Welcome. Namaste. Bless you and welcome. Maximum Clark. I saw you talk some shit about Matrix earlier, but I'll let that go. Phil Z, thank you for that. Oh my God. And a single bit from Bedford also that gifted sub from Phil Z. Bless you, Phil Z. Namaste to you, Phil Z. It feels so good to be showered with your generosity, to be skated upon by the hot warmth of your viscous generosity, as if I am a simple whore on cam, a cam whore, and I mean that in the most empowering way. Enough of this bullshit about saying the word whore is bad. It might be bad, but then that is bad. Much like 9/11, it can also be good. You can think of it; it's a mind game. Mind is perception, and reality is mind. So if mind and reality are one within perception, then 9/11 is good, and the word whore can be really good. Moisty Unicorns, does your herpes make you anxious? Also, Razin the Teach. Razin the Teach. I do not have herpes. I have never had herpes. And if fingers crossed, I never will have herpes. Namaste. Bartek hitting was with a sub, second month in a row. Bartek, second month in a row. Bless you and namaste to you. Bless you. Thank you so much for that sub. But also, it's great to see your growth. It's great to see how much you have been blossoming in this community after you have found us. Namaste and bless you. Do you want herpes? No, I don't want herpes. I do not. No, I don't. I don't want herpes. I mean, if I get it, I get it. If I get it, I get it. A lot of people have herpes. I've had way worse than herpes, weirdly enough, Weirdly enough. That's why I don't take this rumor seriously. I let this rumor, I just let it go through my hair or like the wind or something is what I think of it as. And it was simply one of my thoughts, of many thoughts. Leslie Tanner, of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, bless you. Now, tonight, guys, we're on a level 5 hype train. God damn. Wow, it feels good. My balls are moist, and my ass is eager for what's going on right now. About to beat your last record is what it says on my screen. I don't know what the record is. I don't know what importance that is, but I thank Twitch.tv for allowing us this. For Mother Twitch, sort of forcing their breast in our mouth against our will, or kind of regardless of our will. It doesn't acknowledge our will. It kind of confers a sort of psychotic element, sort of getting off on violating our will, which they understand and perceive and understand. This is more of a sort of steamroller situation. Their job is to just keep going and flatten. And they do one thing. Namaste. Larry Picklejar, 5 more subs. Out of control. Fucking out of control. What are you doing over there? You're insane. You're crazy. Somebody's just hitting buttons over there. And I love it. I love every second of it. Namaste to you, Larry Picklejar. Bless you, Larry. Larry, bless you. Namaste. And we have a communal vision coming from Stone Monster. Tough titty, said the kitty, but the milk is sure good. Now, that's some of the most poetic shit I've ever heard in my life. And that is, those of you that are new here, wondering what the fuck is going on, that is simply one small example of the beauty and the growth that is possible here. Now, when Stone first got started here, he wasn't capable of stringing 2 sentences together that didn't sound like a goddamn IKEA manual. Also, little note, there's no words in an IKEA manual. It's just pictures. So he just drew pictures, simple pictures when we met him. But now he's weaving poems with other poems. He just says shit and it sounds so good. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. I like the thing. Oh my God, Soupstone, what's up? Phantom Zork, what's up? What is good? I'm trying out a new catchphrase. That was a good one. Whoever did that should do more like that. I don't know what you're... I missed the chat for it. But namaste to all of us. Bismore, good question. I was about to get into that. So Bismore just asked in chat, I don't know if you could see this. Bismore asked, yep, that caller is on hold. You know, that's what happens. If you want to get into the paint and start throwing bows that early, you got to know that Leslie's got some shit to say. That poor caller is still on hold. Yes, Maximum Clark. I just answered that, but you said that both times. You said it both in chat and Communal Vision. And it was cooler that you said it with a Communal Vision instead of just chat, personally speaking. So, yeah, they're still on hold. And yeah, if they want to talk to Leslie, they're going to continue to be on hold because that is just how it works. That is not only as showbiz, and as this is also a mixture of entertainment and also very earnest and applicable truths that you will employ in your life and see your life unfold. And that is just how it works. When the guru, when the sage, when the shaman, when the priest, when the rabbi, when somebody is sitting at their pulpit and they have much to say, then they must say those things. You want to hear some ass? I don't know who this is, but you want to hear some random asshole talk? Of course you do. I do too. But not as much as I like hearing myself talk. And I think that we can all agree on that. Namaste. So Bismore asked a question just a minute ago. Bismore asked, is anxiety a gift? Now, I would imagine some of you, Peppergord with 100. If you kiss your honey and her nose is runny, you may think it's funny, but it's snot. No, that's that Depression era, both witty Depression era pentameter, and that's gorgeous. I couldn't think of something that beautiful to save my life. You gave me 1,000 years. I'm not an artist. I don't understand art, and I don't understand writing or poetry, but sometimes its beauty touches me, just as that message did. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for that, Peppercorn. Bless you. Now, back to the question. Bismore asks, is anxiety a gift? Now, anxiety, guess what? Yes, it's a gift. You have been attracted to this channel for some reasons. For some real reasons. It's not an accident. You don't just like Hully button around over here, even though we do that. Larry Picklejar, only weak people experience anxiety and eat cereal for breakfast. Namaste. I love that. And I think that's 100% true, Larry. Weak people experience... Well, that caller gave up. Hopefully they're still alive. Hopefully they didn't just throw it into the woods and just sprint out like that penguin in that one documentary where the penguin just kills itself by running out into that big tundra field that's just miles and miles of cold, frigid desert. Funnier if you suck it in. Okay, well, listen, I'm not... I loved... Now, Larry, don't second guess yourself. That was gorgeous. That was absolutely perfect, beautiful shit. Namaste. Moisty hitting us with 100 more bits. 100 more bits. Can't wait to read this perspective. I eat panic attacks for breakfast. They're kind of doing a little call and response. A little call and response. Namaste, caller. I'm putting you on hold. Namaste, and that is true. That is 100% true. I think one thing that we need to keep in mind is that anxiety is real, and not all of us are as advanced as Larry. This sounds like when I lost my virginity. So Phil Z is harkening back to a time where Phil's penis was sucked on or ridden or by an ass or some sort of hole was wrapped around Phil Z's penis. And for the very first time, sort of becoming a man, from a boy to a man. And there's something about the vibe right now is reminding Phil Z of getting sucked off or occupying an ass or a pussy, or maybe hot dog butting two ass cheeks, or having sex with breasts, or if the person is fat, like a fat man, and having sex with the fold between the stomach and one of the breasts, you could hot dog bun that as well. And honestly, if they're fat enough, then truly you get to create a world of sexual possibility. Now, guys, I need to get into the theme because I need to open this line. I need to hear from you. I'm desperate. I am desperate to hear from each and every single one of you. Namaste. Okay? Now, but before I do, we need to talk about tonight's theme. Now, tonight's theme, as you can see, anxiety as energy, how to harness this gift and stop being a pussy. Now, yes, this may, some of you that are newly initiated to this program, you may say to yourself, pussy, that's kind of harsh, isn't it? Isn't that violence in language? Well, first of all, language is violence. Language is a disgusting, unfortunate tool that approximates empathy and communication. So first of all, that's in your mind. Throw that in the trash. And I'm asking you to grow up. Now, I'm going to ask you to grow up one more time. If you're newly initiated and you're wondering, are you calling me a pussy? I feel anxious a lot, or sometimes. Am I a pussy? Yes. Because you're in your tone, what I hear is that you're experiencing anxiety as something negative. What I hear in that mind of yours, newly initiated explorer's mind, what I hear is that anxiety is something you wish would stop, get away from you. Or maybe you could move away from it. Even worse. Ugh, disgusting. Childish behavior. Now, by using that, harnessing the quote-unquote violence of that word pussy, what I'm doing is calling you to rise to this occasion. Meet the anxiety on its terms. As this anxiety courses through you, well, let's go ahead and get into some points. We're going to get into some points, and then I'm going to open up the lines. But in short, you meet this anxiety. You let this anxiety defeat you. It will defeat you. If you want to keep putting up these little barriers against the wall, if you think that you can sort of put little mattresses and pillows against the wall so you can flail around like a soft-boned little toddler, yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah, there's plenty of programs for that. All right, good night, bye-bye. There's plenty of programs for that. You can have that meal for the rest of your life somewhere else. There's myriad channels for that. Not here. No, tonight. We are going to talk about letting the anxiety break us, defeat us, disintegrate us. So much so that we allow ourselves to become one with that anxiety. One. And that is how we harness it. So I'm going to burn through these points and we're going to open up the line. So first of all, in our journey to harness anxiety, repeat after me. It is bad to feel bad. Now, if you find yourself being anxious right now, you find yourself being anxious either right now, maybe after the show, once I leave the screen and you realize how empty your life is, or maybe before. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to see Leslie. And in those moments, or maybe just throughout the day, maybe you go to the bank. Is that a PNAS? Oh, is it guided meditation? Hold on, we're going to fix this. Somebody ordered a goddamn guided meditation. We're going to do this. This is for FSD Alpha. Are we connect? Okay, we're good. We're connected there. All right. This is for FSD Alpha. We're going to get you squared away, all right? FSD, don't you worry about. What does FSD stand for? Feeling sadly feeling saucy and defiant. All right, here we go. Namaste for those bits. So let's get you squared away on a guided meditation. You say pussy, I say, can I fuck it? Amen. So this is a guided meditation for exactly that purpose. Here we go. You see a pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come, you finish. You see another pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come, you finish. You see another pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come. You finish. You see another pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come. You finish. You see another pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come. And you finish. You see another pussy. You fuck it. You like it. You come. And you finish. Amen. So that was for FSD Alpha. And if anybody ever needs a guided meditation, desperate for a guided meditation, that is exactly what that button is for. That is what we are going to do. Namaste. I feel like that, hopefully, really, that got FSD Alpha really in the zone, very channeled. I channeled the universe. I channeled FSD Alpha as the universe and also within the universe. You see another pussy, you like it, you come. Yes, 100%. Larry Picklejar, I feel like as if you really caught on the wavelength there. That was the sort of vibe, the universal wavelength that I caught on. Namaste. Now, let's get through these little points before, hopefully that won't happen again. Now, first of all, if you find yourself being anxious, you got to say to yourself, it feels bad. Let's go ahead. It is bad to feel bad. It is bad to feel bad. Everybody say that in chat. Everybody goddamn say that in chat. Everybody say that in chat. It is bad to feel bad. 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 I need to see this. It is bad to feel bad. It is bad to feel bad. Yes, wonderful. It is bad to feel bad. It is bad to feel bad. Maximum Clark, namaste. Anxiety and conscience should not be mutually exclusive. It is okay to feel bad. Just don't dwell on it. Max, get the fuck out of here. No. Have you listened to anything I've said? Have you listened to a damn word I've said? It is bad to feel bad. It is bad to feel bad. So listen, repeat this phrase. You're going to start crying. You'll start laughing. Maybe you'll get a nosebleed. Maybe you'll throw up. Maybe you'll get fucking hard or wet, or maybe you'll become sexually aroused, biologically ready to fuck or be fucked. And that is okay. Namaste. Communal vision coming from, who was this? Phil Z. My bad is wet and it comes from my bad end. Wonderful, Phil Z. Namaste, your bad end. I love that phrase. I'm going to use that. You betcha. I'm going to use that up. Namaste. So, guys, once it's defeated you, though, once this anxiety has defeated you, you will become one with this energy. You will find yourself overwhelmed with sadness, overwhelmed with fear, overwhelmed. You know that you are helpless, that you are powerless. And the ongoing cavalcade that is the present moment. We are in the middle of an avalanche. We are one within this avalanche. There is no being saved. There is no liberation. There is no one coming to save us. We are one with the disaster, with the fear, with the sadness. Let it become you. Namaste. Let it become you, and you become, and in so doing, you will have embodied a fundamental truth of one of the greatest minds that we have ever been graced with on this earth. As Nikola Tesla shared with us, everywhere there is energy. And once you stop being a pussy and let the anxiety crush you, defeat you, so sad that you can't move, and then get even worse, then you will become one with this energy. You will be able to sort of see the Matrix. You remember that part in the greatest film that's ever been created. You will see the ones and zeros. You will see the blonde, redhead, brunette. You will see the karate moves, the high-octane kicks and punches that populate that movie so wonderfully, so perfectly. Namaste. So, guys, tonight we're talking about ways to harness our anxiety. Communal vision from Moisty Unicorns. Wiki and I docked the other night, and I think we were both anxious. So by docking, I think, do you mean the two penises, most likely uncircumcised? If I had to clock both of you, I would say both uncircumcised. I get a sort of Protestant vibe from you both, if I'm being honest. I get a Protestant vibe. So uncircumcised is my guess. And I'm imagining both of your penises sort of kind of enveloped in each other's foreskin. Is that what we're talking about? Because that's what I love to hear. And FSZ Alpha hitting us with one more cumulative vision before we open the lines. FSZ Alpha, new heights of sweetened awareness await you. We will take you to the limits of pleasure and pain. Now, listen, I don't know if you read that on a sign somewhere, but I love it. I absolutely love that shit. Claim it. Don't let anyone tell you that you took that from somewhere if you did, especially if you did. Own it, and it's yours now. It's a matter of power. You need to harness the power of anxiety to make sure nobody accuses you of taking things that aren't yours, regardless of whether they were yours or not. Bless you. Either way, it was gorgeous, and I loved it, and I felt that very deeply. Namaste. So we're going to go ahead and open up the lines. Again, we're talking about anxiety tonight as energy. How to harness this gift and stop being a pussy. Now, let's go ahead and go to the first caller tonight. First caller, here we go. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hey, Leslie, it's me, it's Toaster. Oh, man. Oh, geez, that was... hey, you finally answered. I've been waiting for so long.
It's wonderful to hear from you, Toaster. Wonderful to hear from you. You waited very patiently.
Hey, first caller of the day, back on the train. Let's hear it in the chat for Toaster, everyone's favorite caller, everyone's favorite first caller of the day. Let's go crazy in the chat and everyone talk about how much they appreciate me and love me and think how I'm funny and stuff. Let's hear it in the chat for Toaster. Am I right?
All right, and you, okay, you've got about 10 seconds because somebody terminated you, just hasn't hit the screen yet.
Oh, come on.
You did unlock the achievement. Stone Monster, pointed that out, but yeah, it's about...
Whoa, how about, okay, whoa, okay.
It's not going off, so I'm just going to do it myself.
All right, whoa, okay, hold on. Maybe we can bend the rules a little bit. Maybe we can bend the... Oh, come on.
Larry, you got two. You got two. You got one in the chamber. You let me know, okay? You got two in the chamber. So those of you that are new here, this termination feature, that's what that is. It's termination. You get your if you're done, if someone talking is impeding your progress, your growths in a spiritual sense, then it is in your hands. I don't want to see anybody going off in that chat like, oh, get out of here. I want this to end. This new caller, this current caller is ass. Now you have it in your hands. You have the power in your hands. Now, a lot of communities, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this sort of thing, a lot of communities will say that they want everyone to get along. They like to foster a togetherness, a sort of harmony. This is a childish lie. It's sort of tell a 12, 13, 14-year-old that Santa is real, and then you tell them to shut up while you continue to breastfeed them into their teen years. And as sexy as it would be to have a sort of maternal figure continue to just shove a breast into our mouth, as we discussed earlier, as sexy and erotic as that is, in this context, I mean in a bad way. I don't mean that to be good. Now, we do not foster a harmony. No, we don't just foster a sort of dissonance. Okay? We don't foster dissonance. We acknowledge dissonance. We remove the barriers of people's inherent dissonance. We empower people through their fear and hatred of the other. Namaste. And this is how we grow. This is how we spiritually come to an equilibrium. We acknowledge that it is impossible. It sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? It sounds kind of funny to say it like that, right? But at the same time, I mean it deadly seriously. Deadly seriously. Deadly seriously. Deadly seriously. Namaste. 708-240-8953. We're talking about harnessing anxiety. How to harness anxiety as the gift that it is and stop being a pussy. Now, what are some ways that you have all been anxious in the past, and you'd maybe like a way to turn, those lemons into lemonade, so to speak, and empower yourself, put some fuel in the tank through the experience of anxiety? How do we do that? Call us up, give me a time you were anxious, and we'll get you there. Or those of you that are more advanced, like Larry Picklejar, I saw earlier in the chat, Larry Picklejar mentioned that, I think he mentioned that he said, if you experience anxiety, you are weak, is what he said. He said, if you experience anxiety, you are weak. And maybe that's not exactly how I would phrase it, but it just goes to show you how far along Larry Picklejar is in his journey. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Toaster. I thought I'd just try again. I don't really know. I don't really know what's wrong with me. I don't know why everyone hates me.
Nobody hates you, bud.
Well, I keep getting you keep hanging up on me. It feels like everyone hates me, and I'm just here.
No.
I'm trying to cheer everyone up. I'm just trying to give them I'm feeling the positive energy, and I'm just trying to make everyone happy, and and you're just hanging up on me, and I'm just over here what? Why?
So,
why?
Toaster, let's chit-chat. Let's chit-chat.
What did I do wrong?
We got a communal vision coming in from Mr. Defoe. Communal vision, try dialing it back a few notches, Toaster. Be lightly crisp.
Well, I don't know. When I'm like a comedian on stage, you have to get that energy out there, and that's what made me so 100%. Successful. Mm-hmm. So to dial it back sounds like ludicrous to me. No offense to
Larry, you've got one in the chamber, just so you know. Now, listen. Let me ask you a question.
I just want to be here. I just want to be here. Please.
Okay.
Please.
Listen.
Please.
Just shut up.
I just want to talk to you.
Toaster, shut up.
I just want to talk to you, man.
Toaster.
Okay.
Take a breath in and out. All right.
I mean, I'm not doing anything. I don't deserve this, Leslie. I don't deserve this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay. Well, it seems like I am because I keep getting terminated. So I'm kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
listen, this is an example. You're anxious. You're anxious about being terminated, aren't you?
Oh my God, yes.
Anxious,
every time I call
exactly.
in, it's in the back of my head nonstop.
Now-
like everything I say is like with that in the back of my mind, and I can't stop thinking about it. But I push through, and
You push through. Exactly. So that's
exhausting.
That's exactly. Toaster, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, Larry Pickledrar has chosen to not terminate you. So what I'm going to do is help you,
thank
all right?
God. Oh, my God. Thank you.
Toaster,
Thank you, God.
Toaster,
Thank you,
listen.
God.
Listen. Do you realize that you accept me as your sort of spiritual leader, as a guru, right?
Yes.
And that's why you come back here stream after stream, right?
Over and over again.
Okay, you have been terminated
First caller
again.
of the day? No.
Yep. All right. Well, that's that. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Cherish.
Cherish, how are you tonight, Cherish?
I'm pretty good. I've been kind of anxious all day.
Anxious? Talk to me. Talk to me about that anxiety.
Well, and it comes from my mom. She's in bad health, and so she pushes, she's like, well, to get serious, she's like, I'm gonna, I feel like dying, and I'm like, I'm anxious, and I'm like, well, why would you say something like that? And nothing I say is like, it doesn't even make a difference. And so, it's really hard on me.
So I see where this anxiety is coming from. So your mother, poor health, and her, she's anxious. It sounds like she's anxious about her health.
Yes, on a daily basis, and it just carries over to me.
And then and you find yourself in a position of absorbing that anxiety because of your mother's health. Now we have a communal vision from Mr. Defoe. Have you checked her expiration date? She may be past her time. If only human beings. Imagine that. Imagine if each of us had an expiration date.
Wow, that'd be wild.
I love that. I would love that. I would love, man, because, but also in tonight's theme, this anxiety is a source of energy for us, is a source of power in our lives, and it's imperative that we see it that way. Now, if we had an expiration date, we might lose out on a lot of energy. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And it's like, so, I've heard like live every day like it's your last, but I don't know if I completely buy it, because, I have some shit days, so, yeah.
Yeah, no, if I was to live every day like it was my last, I don't want to die. Therefore, I would be very sad and would barely do anything.
Right. I mean, it's just, I mean, I would love to see somebody that's just happy 100% of the time. I'd love to see that, but yeah, no.
FSD Alpha has a message for you. Cherish, correction, you feel powerfully pussylicious today. Go slap someone spiritually.
I could totally do that.
Well, that's straight from the mouth of old FSD Alpha here. Now, slap someone, and then Larry Pickledry added a little tag, slap someone with your pussy, and I don't know how that would work. You'd have to really stretch your pussy out in order to get the sort of leverage that.
Yeah, you'd have to be hanging down to the ground or something.
Yeah, you'd have to have some real meaty chops down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, in the spirit of our theme tonight, Cherish, I want you to know that I take what you're telling me very seriously. I take what the message that you're telling me about your mother and your mother's anxiety about her health, and then her anxiety giving you anxiety because you're trying to be there, and it's just this sort of cornucopia of a sort of perpetual motion machine of anxious energy. Does this sound accurate when I describe it like this?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Now. And we have a communal vision coming in from Ain't No Prophet. Anxiety isn't real. It is a misguided perspective. Ain't No Prophet, have you listened to a goddamn thing that I've said? Have you heard me say any of the shit that I've said? Ain't No Prophet.
Apparently not.
That is not in the spirit of what we're talking about tonight. Anxiety is good. It's a gift. We're harnessing the energy of anxiety and stopping being a pussy. I don't know. I can't be any clearer about that. This is the spiritual zone right now.
Right.
Now,
pretty straightforward.
Now, I want to just play an imagination game with you. Now, completely disconnected, from reality for a second. I want to just try to imagine something with you. Okay? Imagine another version of yourself. And it doesn't, again, we're talking like Tumblr OC level of like thinking of new headcanon shit. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if there was a version of Cherish that was able to feel this anxiety and turn it into a sort of positive, not even necessarily a positive thing because it's negative, right? The anxiety is coming from something negative health, negative feelings about negative health, negative feelings about negative feelings about negative health. There's nothing positive about that. So I'm not going to say turn it into something positive. I'm not going to say that it's a wrong perspective because it's the right perspective. To be sad and fearful. So in this situation, if you are able to take that anxiety, what is it in terms? If you were to instead of sitting on a chair or staring off into space, if it was to make you manically do something, what are some things that it might make you do? And again, if you have to imagine a brand new Cherish for this, go right ahead. But let's say you flipped a switch, the levee was breached, the anxiety is boiling over, and now you're manic. All right, you're not sleeping, you're drinking coffee, you're ripping cigs, you're not sitting down almost ever. What kind of activities would you do in that space, do you think?
Well, I would probably pull my hair out. I would probably just scream my head off. I feel like I'm a sponge. I soak up the anxiety. I don't deal with it. And I would probably try to punch a wall as well because, yeah.
Stone Monster said, you live alone, but you're never alone with Life Alert. So maybe that's, I think, I don't know if he's like a Life Alert sales rep or something, but that's something to think about. So pulling your hair out, that's a great start, Cherish. That's a wonderful start. Pulling your hair out. And what was the second thing you said?
I would scream at the top of my lungs.
Screaming. Absolute guttural, as loud as you can, sort of an animal scream.
Yeah.
And then let's add one more thing onto this. You let the anxiety has breached the levee. It has boiled over the top of the pot. You're pulling fistfuls of hair out of your head, and you're screaming with a sort of ancient desperation. What's add one more thing to that for me?
I would punch a fucking hole in the wall.
Punch a hole in the wall. Now, let's. I'm gonna do a quick guided meditation with you, okay?
Okay.
quick guided communal vision coming in. Moisty says Cherish and Craig would make such a cute anxiety couple. I don't know if Craig is anxious, but let me see. Okay, let me get a meditation going for you because we're gonna do a quick back and forth. All right, so we're gonna do a thing where I'll set the tone. I'll say in the intro exactly what you said. Set the vibe, and then we're going to go back and forth. We're going to play a game of just sentence. I say a sentence, you say a sentence. And it's all action. It's all forward. What would this version of Cherish do? Again, this is after you've ripped a fistful of hair out of your head, you've screamed an ancient, desperate scream and punched a hole through drywall, which is very cool, and I don't care what anybody says. Okay, so we're going to play this in 1 second. I'm just going to get this started. Again, this is you after you've ripped hair out of your head, after you've punched a hole in the wall, and you scream desperately. Here we go. So I'll take the first sentence to get us started. Panting heavily, you look down at your knuckles as the blood runs down your forearms.
My fingers were twisted and bruised and totally annihilated.
You take two of those twisted fingers and put them on the inside of your lip to confirm that you just coughed up blood.
I end up pulling out a handful of blood just oozing from my mouth.
Fistful after fistful of blood, you toss him to the trash.
I look in the mirror and realize and look and say, "Wow, I really look like a monster."
Now, you know what? I think now that was perfect, Cherish. That was absolutely perfect. The last thing you said, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. You said, "I look like a monster." Now, what is scary? What is powerful? What's more powerful? The Cherish as you understand yourself, or a literal monster covered in its own blood?
Definitely the monster.
Oh, I love that. Oh! Cherish! Did you feel that?
I do. I feel it. I'm feeling that energy.
I felt it too. That was wonderful. That was absolutely. That could not have gone better. Where we started and where we ended up. Now, a lot of the time when we feel absolutely crushed by powerlessness and sadness and fear, we let it. But we let it crush us further to the point that we embody something separate. We allow our imagination to create something that we can embody. So I want to give you homework, Cherish.
Okay.
One of these next couple days, when you feel like you're being crushed by this anxiety, I want you to go inward and lean into this anxiety. Don't try to say something positive. Don't try to run from it. Realize that it's real. Realize that it's correct in many ways, and allow it to make you a monster. And just for a brief period, you can stop. You don't have to continue being a monster forever, but for just a minute, just 60 seconds, I want you to be. Don't be Cherish. Be a literal monster on this earth. Okay, and then we can talk about this afterwards. I want to see what the results are from this, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely, I'll give it a go.
Well, namaste. Listen, all the best to you and your mother. I cherished meeting your mother last time you called with her, and it was really fun to speak to both of you.
She's quite a character, and it's always wonderful to talk to you.
Cherish, it's wonderful to speak to you. You do that homework and get back to me, all right? I want to hear how it goes. If it is scary, it's because you are scary and you're correct. So just let me know how it goes, okay? Just for a little bit.
Oh, I absolutely will. Namaste.
Namaste, Cherish. Oh, Lord in heaven, that was a great call. Fantastic call. Wonderful to speak to Cherish. Lots to offer. Stone Monster, Stone Monster, what did you say? I'm going to do that. You got a panic attack and you get a panic attack and you get a panic attack, Leslie Tanner. Exactly. Now, this is something that I was musing about during our time off when I was sleeping outside for about a week and a half. I was thinking that, you know, a lot of therapists. One second. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Hey, it's Sally Tsunami.
Sally Tsunami, it's wonderful to hear from you. I'm going to finish a thought and then I'm going to get right to you and your thoughts. Is that all right with you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Now, one thing that a lot of therapists say to people that, and ultimately, in Freudian terms, it's castrating you. When a therapist looks at you in the eyes and in the middle of a panic attack and says, this too shall pass. It will pass like everything. It's just a feeling. What this is doing, in my professional opinion, is, in a Freudian sense, it is castrating you. It is separating you from unlimited power, unlimited potential. And realize that not only next time you have a panic attack, I want you to think about this. Don't try to get away from it. Don't let it pass you as a passing feeling of anything. What I want you to do is think clearly, loudly. If you have to visualize my face while you do it, that's fine. What I want you to do is realize that this panic attack is one in a series of many, many, many panic attacks that you will have in your life, and then you will die. Period. If you need to clip that, if you need to imagine my face next time you're freaking the fuck out because there were too many red lollipops in the free jar at the bank or whatever is going on in your fucking head. If you need to memorize my face saying this is not just one panic attack, this is one of innumerable panic attacks, and then you will die. Repeat that to yourself and watch the blossoming and the power unfold. Sally Tsunami, welcome to the program. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm managing my anxiety. That's helping me, thinking about you on the other line out there, being a professional. There's so much to be anxious about when you fucking go outside and you see the light switch and you hear the little guy say, wait, that thing, so much anxiety, and you send an email to your boss and you're waiting for the reply, the anxiety. I'm really glad you're talking about this tonight, Leslie.
Oh, absolutely. Anxiety's everywhere, isn't it?
Everywhere. I'm wondering, with your professional opinion, I've developed my own technique. I don't know if it's in line with the program, but I kind of want to.
Love to hear about it. But real quick, before you do, I need to repeat a communal vision that I let pass by.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Oh, that I let pass by, from Larry Picklejar. Lord knows we absolutely need to hear his perspective, so I'm going to go ahead and read that.
He's anxious waiting for you to read that. I know it.
I was on a roll, you know what I mean? I have to say that kind of shit. So, okay, Larry Picklejar said, "This is the only serious thing I'll ever say. Just embrace the panic attack. Take all power away from it. Just tell your panic attack, bring it on, you fucking wimp." Now, listen, like I said, Larry Picklejar this is one of his wheelhouses. We're in a dojo of Larry Picklejar. All right, he's like a blue belt with a couple notches on it for Taekwondo or whatever.
Right.
Familiarity. Now, Sally, I'm not sorry for interrupting you, and I never will be sorry. But I thank you for your patience, and I would love to hear this technique. So you see anxiety everywhere, but if I'm understanding you correctly, you've developed your own technique.
Yeah, everywhere. And they talk about what that box breathing and like what you do when you lift weights and stuff, and like what's that called? Like working out. That thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I've tried it. It's great. I like it. But I've been holding my pee. Now, the amount of control you have when you're able to drink water and hold your pee, you get to choose to harness all of that energy when you get to go pee, how much water you drink, how much water you release. It's really something.
That really is something. That really is.
Isn't it really something, Leslie?
Really is something. Now, what I hear is you see anxiety everywhere, and rather than being pushed, back against a wall, rather than being rendered helpless, stuck under a rock of anxiety, what I hear is you using your bladder as a sort of literal gas tank for this energy.
I wouldn't call it that at all, but if that's how you want to see it, that's fine.
Can you control your body to the point where you don't get a bladder infection? Says Mr. Defoe. That's a question for you, Sally.
I'm not the professional here.
Have you ever had a bladder infection?
I'm fine.
So far, so good. I mean, that was the answer to the question. You don't have to be a professional to know your body like that. If you've never had a bladder.
Well,
maybe you just always have an ambient bladder infection?
What if the burning helps me focus on that and nothing else that's causing me anxiety? Sometimes pain is good.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, that's 100%. I mean, pain being bad, then it sort of once you accept that pain is bad, it kind of pushes you in a new level of being good in this way that we're talking about. I think that's also very
Life is pain.
advanced level that you're on. And
yeah,
another
I'm
communal vision coming in from
I'm
Nindy
a little bit of a
New.
guru myself.
Go figure.
don't
Miss
forget it.
Tsunami loves golden shower power.
There's no sex involved in this. That's a whole different level of anxiety.
Okay, so do you ever hold your piss in preparation for intercourse?
What was the question?
Do you ever hold your piss in preparation for intercourse?
Well, I'm holding my piss continuously. It's a constant cycle of pee holding.
Okay, yeah.
So if intercourse happens throughout the day when I'm already holding my pee,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to spell it out for people.
So yeah, so when you're when you're fucking, you're holding that piss in.
When you're fucking, you're holding. When you're
Namaste, Jessica.
holding, you're golden.
When you're holding your golden, says Miss Tsunami.
When you're holding, you're golden.
Listen, so talk to me for a second, because I think this approach is very much in the spirit of what we're talking about tonight, of how to harness pain, the pain of anxiety, the fear, the sadness, and the powerlessness. How to use, and Larry Picklejar says, does the caller have her boyfriend to get the rubber sheets before they, quote, get busy?
There are rubber sheets?
Yeah, are you dating anybody?
I've been known to date a little.
Known to dabble in dating? And then,
I've been known to
wait,
date.
would you piss on them?
I thought we were talking about anxiety.
Do you have piss dribbles that can cause a UTI also? Says Maximum Clark.
What are we talking about? Fucking cats over here and UTIs? What the fuck?
Well, listen, I mean, maybe a UTI would be, that would be like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, because I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
think
you are
maybe
who
a
you
bladder
are,
infection
'cause you,
UTI.
You see that. I knew you'd see that. I knew you'd see it that way,
Oh,
Leslie.
yeah, absolutely. Listen, we're speaking the exact same language right now. One question that I want to ask you, though, Sally.
Languages.
I'm going to ask you a question, all right? I'm going to ask you a question because there are some people watching right now that are thinking to themselves, listen, this sounds like a fabulous technique. Because, I start in the abstract, I start in the philosophical and try to bring it down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Your techniques like very bright explorers, from very bright explorers like yourself, are grounding it for everybody, especially the noobs that come in here wondering what the fuck is going on. So one thing I want to ask you is, as somebody practiced and familiar with what we're talking about tonight,
Yeah.
what kind of advice would you give to somebody just getting started in harnessing this?
do.
All right, we're back. And we're back. Namaste. So, as I was saying a moment ago, what kind of advice would you give to new explorers who are looking to employ this technique that you've developed, this sort of holding your piss and sort of farming the energy of the anxiety about just having to pee all the time? What kind of advice would you give to some baby birds out there?
It's about the acceptance. It's radical acceptance over the fact that you're gonna have pain. You're gonna have to pee. And if you just figure a way to where you control the pain and the pee power, then that's really just grabbing life by the fucking ponytail and yanking it.
Love that. Moisty Unicorn, caller sounds like a heavy spotter. Spotting is okay, says Moisty.
Working out is good. Spotting is, you need a friend to spot you. Hello.
100%.
Hi, hello.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Now, what? How? If someone was trying to get started, though, would you say just 100% all in, go for it, or would you say start little, stretch out periods of time?
Leslie, how much fluid you taking in daily, Leslie?
Dark Flames rating. Thank you. How much fluid?
How much fluid are you taking in? How much?
Dark Flames just rated.
Fluid?
Dark Flames, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the program. Back to the program. Dark Flames, a very loyal explorer. Namaste. Consistently rating us here, bringing his flock to the light here that we have at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, you've asked me how much fluid do I drink in the day. I mean, if my work here on the program is any example, I've got about 80 different vessels filled with liquid over here that I'm sucking on throughout the program.
You're a drink goblin. Now, if you start holding that urine, you start deciding when you get to release it. The anxiety, you can just focus all of your anxieties. You're worried about someone not texting you back. You're worried about your dog dying. You're worried about your fish, your toes, and you're worrying about all that stuff. If you just drink more water and hold it longer, then you get to decide when you go pee. And then finding the bathroom, that's a whole nother part of it.
And this whole other part of it is sort of, what you're saying is essentially, it doesn't matter how long you hold it, as long as you use this to sort of become the sole and primary source of anxiety in your life.
You're in the movies. You're worried about the fact that there's not that many people there anymore. Movies are changing. Things are changing. There are robots everywhere. Whoa, there's a lot going on. Hey, I can go pee and decide when to release that anxiety.
I love this. I love that. 100% love that. Sally Tsunami, this is a really I'm treasuring this conversation, and I appreciate your theory can only get you so far. It's the practice that once that rubber hits the road, that's where the program shows its mettle, and explorers like you, FSE Alpha, Pee Wee Herman, RIP. Say that again?
Crack open 3 Dasani water bottles. Chug, chug, chug. Look at Paul Rubens on Instagram, all the posts going by, people talking about him yanking his stuff at the movie, and they're not respecting him as an artist. All that anxiety, you just drink 3 bottles of water, you hold it. You think about that instead. You find the bathroom, you go pee. You're not thinking about all that other stuff anymore, I promise.
100%. Listen, I love that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the official Leslie stamp of approval on this. If you're you're intrigued by what we're talking about tonight in terms of turning anxiety, using it as energy, harnessing it, and stop being a pussy, I would say if you're looking for a place to start right here with Sally Tsunami's little time-tested, true blue method of holding urine.
Pick when to piss. Don't be a puss.
Love that.
I just
when to
want
piss, don't
all
be a
of us
puss.
explorers together to be stronger. No more anxiety. drink water, you're hydrating, you're choosing when to pee. We're all stronger, better little group of idiots together in this world, you know?
Love that. Love that. Love that. Listen, anything else that you want to share before we move on tonight?
Go Gold Team.
Brizzle says, the timbre of this explorer's voice is disarming, but she's a true beacon of light in this community.
Gold Team rules.
Gold Team rules. Namaste. And by that we mean
Namaste.
Pete. Bless you and namaste to you, Sally. Thank you for being so generous with yourself this evening.
Namaste.
Namaste. Wonderful. Wonderful. Sneezing while peeing, total anxiety. Sort of culmination of anxiety. That moment of sneezing, like an orgasm, like dying, is a moment of pure embodiment. The horror of the present moment in a single frame. The horror of present shared reality in everything, and the horror that it confers in a single moment, boiled down. Namaste. Leslie, did you get approved for that thing you applied for? Oh, Peppercorn, I haven't heard back, so I assume, I have no idea. I don't know how long it's supposed to take, but no idea. We applied for partner. We applied for partner recently. We hit the Twitch little hash marks or whatever you call them. Cherish, thank you so much for that gifted sub. Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peppercorn. We'll see. We'll see. It won't diminish the light that we are bringing to the world here regardless. Leslie will take at least 10 tries. We'll see. We'll see. I have no idea what guidelines they use. It won't be anything new to me if they tell us no. No, I'm used to defeat. I'm used to loss. I wouldn't be here without defeat and loss. Without people fearing the light that we harness here. How many other channels talk about this? How many other supposed mental health channels talk about the power inherent in anxiety? How many of these channels, even partnered ones, they want to shove their breast into your mouth, swaddle you, put a diaper on you, and I mean this all in a bad way. I don't mean this in a neurotic way. It can be erotic for a maternal figure to just shove a breast in your mouth and force feed you milk until you drown. Of course, we've all thought about that. But I'm talking about the bad way. How many other channels, even partnered ones? We could name several off the top of our minds. They're afraid. MX Star, namaste to you. Yes. Yes. Leslie is back. Leslie is returned. Yes, Dark Flames, exactly what we're talking about. Anxiety can be a superpower. It is a source of limitless energy. As minds such as Tesla have shown us, the dawn of quantum mechanics has shown us that this shared reality. This shared is probability moving through probability. It's not necessarily hard matter. There's potential. There is energy. There is flux. And through anxiety, do we perceive this flux? There's nothing. It smells like skin. Fuck partner, namaste to Larry Pickle Jar with that very beefy cocked donation. Namaste to you, Larry. Bless you, Larry. Larry, bless you. Namaste. Larry's getting on the postcard. Shit. He's getting on the postcard list because that's the kind of fucking attitude that's going to get you on the postcard list. Namaste. Dropped a fat fucking turd into our mouths and wrapped it in a $100 bill, and we are chomping it up. We are growling through it, and we are going to break the earth on a compound soon. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't. I don't know. Wubby says retard all the time. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Glue.
Glue, great to hear from you, Glue. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty blown away by that pee advice. I'm gonna have to.
Right? Didn't that really set your mind ablaze?
Yeah, it did, for sure. And
do you think you're gonna give that a try? Do you think you're gonna give that a try and try to sort of harness the power and clarity therein?
Absolutely.
I love to hear that.
But yeah, I'm gonna drink a lot more water, and when I feel that need to pee, I'm gonna know it's under my control. But yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to pee right now? When was the last time you peed?
No, I peed like before the show. So I mean, I'm like drinking some sake, and I had some coffee before that. So I'll probably need to pee soon.
Sake, very worldly choice.
It's I like it. It's a favorite. Even the cheap stuff. I'm drinking the cheap stuff.
It's got the alcohol content of wine, basically, right?
No, it's more. I think it's like 14%.
17?
But something around there. But you can get like a big bottle that Shochiku buy, and it's like $5.
Listen, I'm gonna place a wager. I'm gonna ask you a question that I think that you are gonna have an answer to off the top of your head. You ready?
Sure. Yeah.
What's your favorite harem anime?
Favorite what anime?
Harem?
Like harem, like when a bunch of like women are like.
Yeah. So it'd be an anime featuring like a main male figure, a protagonist, and kind of several women.
I'm sorry that I don't have an answer for you on that. I don't watch a ton of anime, but I've never seen one of those. Yeah.
Nindy New, nerd talk gives me fucking anxiety, says Nindy New.
Oh.
Well, what's your favorite? What's your favorite anime then?
I would say it was probably Neon Genesis.
It's a fantastic one.
Well, people used to really give it a lot of shit. When I used to say that, people would get really all pissed off. And it's only been like the last few years, I think, after the sort of reboot that people are like, oh, it wasn't terrible. I think people were pissed off about the ending,
I think, did you watch it before they put it up on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about the Netflix version?
Was that the 3 movies? Like,
I mean, they did like a new script and a redub of the whole series and like those like 2 movies.
Yeah, I thought those were pretty awesome. I thought they looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the slow moodiness of like the original show, but like I thought they were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So honestly, I clocked you wrong. I thought you were going to be a bigger weeb.
I think that, you say sake, you line yourself up for that. Because, people hear Japan, anything Japanese, and they think, oh my god, this person just watches a fuck ton of anime.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in the hentai.
This guy has sex with a body pillow.
Yeah.
This guy's got a body pillowcase of, an animated character that looks like she's 11 years old in a maid outfit.
Yeah, no.
This guy,
no. There's only one body pillow I've ever considered, and that was Beastars. Saw some Beastars body pillows. I was like, oh shit, I'm tempted, but I didn't go there.
Wait, what was that?
Beastars. I'd say that's my second favorite anime. It's on Netflix as well. Not to plug Netflix, whatever Netflix, blah. It's not HBO. HBO's better. But Beastars, awesome anime.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Okay.
I'm plagued by an intrusive thought right now. Maximum Clark says, masturbation is the best cure for anxiety. Maximum Clark, listen, I need to address you once again. We're not trying to cure anxiety. We're not trying to rid ourselves of anxiety. If you can read the theme, we're harnessing anxiety, and to do otherwise, to reject this gift, is to be a pussy. So what you're saying in that sentence, as much as I am a fan of masturbation, and I push all of you to masturbate even more in your lives, as much as I am a fan of masturbation, if you're thinking about it as a cure for limitless energy, I'm sorry. It's like saying you're trying to cure yourself of having solar panels on top of your house in the middle of the desert. You're trying to cure yourself of having a wind turbine on top of a fucking mountain. Namaste. Listen, can I tell you that... Nah, window passed. And we have another Communivision glue.
Okay.
Gandhar Light Years 1987 gets my peen ass anxious. I've never seen that, and I think we're getting I've awoken the weebs in the chat. They get really excited.
Gandhar is not Japanese. That's definitely a weird one. That's a good one. That's a good stoner one. It's weird.
Is that an anime?
But yeah, if it makes your penis hard, it's weird. It's an animated movie.
Is it?
But I think it's American or something.
Oh, is it? But is it in an anime style?
I don't know. I don't even know how to categorize that. It's sort of like that whole music genre thing where people are like, oh no, that's squirrelcore or whatever, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's an animated movie. It's not a show. It's weird. It's like weird mutant people in the future fighting some good versus evil kind of battle with mutants.
Okay, well, Glue, it was great to talk to you. Are you going to be holding your piss now?
Definitely going to hold my piss. Not just pee all over.
Wonderful. Fantastic. And let us know how that goes for you, because it sounds like you've got, I'll bet, my money is that you've got some anxiety, and I want to see you harness it.
Oh, I will. Yeah. I'm going to, do the piss thing, watch some anime, and for sure. All right, namaste, Leslie.
Namaste, Glue. It was great to talk shop with you about anime.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bless that boy. I imagine... I'm going to save it. My intrusive thought. Thank you so much for that gifted sub, Larry. I'm thanking you, Larry. Namaste, caller. Welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Namaste, Leslie. This is Bill.
Bill, it's great to hear from you, Bill. Welcome back to the program.
Namaste.
Well, Bill, let's jump right into it. Tonight we're talking about how to turn lemons into lemonade, so to speak, how to harness anxiety as a gift and stop being a pussy. So you've been watching the program tonight, I take it, right?
That's right. I actually wanted to share a personal anecdote that I had regarding
Bill,
anxiety.
I would love to hear what you're about to share, please.
Okay. So I was reminded from the caller earlier from Cherish. My mother-in-law is around 88 years old, and she lived with us for several years. And I've come to the conclusion that she is a psychic vampire because anxiety is what drove her to stay alive all this time. I've never met someone more anxious in all my life, and yet she is still living. Yes, she is single.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, this woman, she's afraid to ride in airplanes. She's afraid to ride in cars unless she's driving.
Mm-hmm.
She's afraid to drive over 45 miles an hour. She won't drive on highways. This woman lives in constant state of fear. And that energy just keeps her going, even though she looks like a mummy. Every single step brings her closer to death, and yet she still hangs on because of that anxiety and the anxiety she brings into others.
It really makes you think about anxiety, doesn't it, Bill?
It really does. There have been so many times just living with her, I would sit at the dining room table and I'd say to her, she'd constantly bring up this health thing and say, I'm going to die soon, I'm going to die. And I looked at her and I said, why haven't you yet?
You said that to her.
I did. I said, why haven't you died yet? You keep talking about it. You're writing checks with your mouth that your body can't cash.
Because it won't let it. You won't let yourself even go to the bank, so to speak.
That's right. But I've come to realize that she does it, again, to sustain herself psychically. She's a psychic vampire. And I don't think this gets talked about enough.
I love this. Now, this is exactly the sort of thing. This is an amazing manifestation of exactly what we're talking about tonight, Bill. Now, conventionally speaking, the reason I bring this up tonight, that anxiety is good if you handle it well, if you handle it correctly. Now, the reason I brought this up is because it is essentially classic conventional wisdom, unfortunately, among the professionals in my field of mental health, that anxiety is bad, that anxiety should be we should rid ourselves of it somehow, that it's a deterrent, it is a detractor for in our lives. Now, but in this case of your mother-in-law,
she could come up with something to bring her anxiety just walking down the street.
Amazing.
I went on a walk with her one time, and just real quick, and we saw a woman walking a pit bull. She said, oh no, that woman has a pit bull. One day, that pit bull is going to turn around and bite her face off. And I stood there in awe that's where her mind went immediately. That's that kind of dedication to anxiety that'll get you
that
immortality.
Absolutely keeps her alive. That's amazing work. See, for like I was saying, the reason I bring this up, and you've actually brought a perfect example to us, and we've got a Larry Pickle Jar vision. I'm excited to read this, certainly. Caller, does your mother-in-law still fuck?
Well, the answer, first of all, I don't know. But I have to imagine that no, I don't think that part of her body has managed to stay alive and healthy at this point. But she's alive. She looks like a mummy. She looks like a corpse. I think the rest of her body is shut down, but that anxiety and that spite has just maintained that corpse of a body to stand upright for year after year.
So you can imagine, regardless of whether she fucks right now, you can imagine in the past that the anxiety, if it's kept her alive this long, it must have played a very important role in her sexual health.
Well, I mean, I can say that as my mother-in-law, having married her daughter, I can see where that anxiety came through in the birthing process. Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm imagining in my mind a therapist approaching your mother-in-law, trying to soothe her anxiety. That's like walking up to, a sort of like a glass of water and wishing for the glass to just allow the water to spill out, to take away that which gives it purpose, which makes it a thing that we recognize as something contributive and positive. An expression of this universe. What you're asking for is formlessness, annihilation, by telling us to run from our anxiety, rid us of our anxiety. I think that your mother-in-law is like one of those monks whose skin turns to tree bark and they sort of evaporate into shit and float around. Do you know what I mean?
100%. You have hit the nail on the head. Leslie, this is very deep, very wise stuff. I agree with you 100%. A glass is most useful when it's empty. This woman is full. She doesn't want to help anyone else. She's got her limit.
Oh, God damn it. I love this. I knew, Bill, you've absolutely done a wonderful job in bringing us this example tonight. And what's something that just, maybe you don't have anything, but I want you to take a second if you can't think of something right away. What's something that Maximum Clark, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, for that gifted sub. Bless you and namaste to you. Now, what is something that you upon having this realization, going from, disliking your mother-in-law for her hypocrisy, challenging her, why don't you just die, you old bitch, you old bag? Now, you go from there to just sort of acknowledging the fact that you are, sitting at the foot of a shaman, a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
absolutely.
What's something that you feel inspired to incorporate into your life after spending time with your mother-in-law and having this realization?
That's a very good question, and I've thought about that off and on for a while. I would have to say the number one thing that I get from her is that if someone's really pissing me off, then I just need to be an absolute passive-aggressive dick to them.
Ooh.
And I feel like there's a twofold path here. One is that you anger that person enough to where they leave you alone, which was probably the immediate purpose. But I will admit to receiving some of that energy from others now when I piss them off and when I present them with an unwinnable situation with no good options, and they just struggle and squirm, and it makes me feel a lot better.
And you take that energy and you do something with it in your life.
Oh, absolutely. I'm 100% more productive now that I've become more anxious and harnessed that anxiety.
So so to put it in another way, this sort of almost unconscious fear that your mother-in-law embodies that forces her, or allows her maybe, to be passive-aggressive and extract energy from those around her. You're seeing this as a positive thing. You're seeing it a way that Bill can get Bill's life done. You can accomplish your tasks and achieve your dreams.
Exactly. Leslie, we spend so much time trying to make sure everyone else is okay and happy when really we should be focusing on what's making us happy and productive and successful.
Yep. And taking from others in order to accomplish that.
Agreed.
Bill, you have brought such a gift to this community tonight. You absolutely understood the theme, and you felt the wavelength, and you brought to us a very meaty turkey leg tonight of wisdom. I thank you for that.
I love this community. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. And I love you, my explorer. Namaste to you, Bill. I'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you.
Bless you. Wow, so much light. I need to take a piss, all right? I'm going to take a piss, and then I'm going to come back. And we're going to continue to explore here on Twitch.tv. Hold on, I'm going to put this caller on hold. Caller, would you hold on for a second? I got to piss.
Yeah.
Okay, be right back. All right, let's see here. Let's do the flowers. Namaste, be right back. Actually, let's go to the... Be right back, I'm going to piss. Namaste and welcome back to the program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you. Call me Al, hitting us with a subscription. Bless you and namaste to you. Can you believe that it's been 12 months, Al? 1 year in the program. Is life better? Maybe. That's exactly the kind of vague and lack of clarity that you can expect while growing. And now, one thing about growing and achieving potential and embodiment of this potential is that it is accompanied by the worthlessness, a sense of worthlessness, and it's not a normal worthlessness. It's not a sense of maybe, I'm sleepy, I'm depressed, and I feel pointless. No, we're talking about genuine pointlessness and genuine worthlessness. You can't separate that from embodiment. You can't separate that from unlocking the power within. They are one in the same. You are pointless. You are worthless. And if it's confusing, it's because this is confusing. Namaste. VJ PCAT, hello, bless you. Good to see you in chat. Namaste to you. Oh, did somebody ask, Synthberry, did you ask for the music? Where can I find the music? Oh, you can download all the music on Patreon. Download all that music on old patreon.com. Especially that the main track, you join at any tier. One of the tiers has got all the music. The Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Begin your final journey. I make some of it, and some of it is outsourced to the team, as they say. I have a couple members of the team here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner that make some of the music. Like I've made this main one. This one I made. Craigulators, 18th, a year and a half. Anxiety is energy, namaste. Bless you, Craig. And Craig, can you believe the growth that you have accomplished? There we go, baby. Namaste to you, Craig. Namaste to you. 18. Vixie, ow, hitting me with a prime. Vixie, ow. I feel like you just pelted me with a rock in the form of a prime, and I love it. I love the pain. The pain is revitalizing. It is invigorating, and I thank you for that. I thank you for that surge of energy as you send energy from you to me, and I here shape the program and give you the tools to unlock and unleash that power within here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. I encourage everyone to join the community of Devoted Light. Begin, if you feel called, let me back up a second. Guys, let's make no mistake, all right? We are here because we are called not just to join a program, not just to embark on a journey, to enlist ourselves in the final program, the last program that we'll ever need. And in so doing, we will embark on the final journey. And if you're interested in embarking on this final journey officially, you can find the tools and benefits to absolutely solidify and take you onto that, begin the final journey. And you know what I'm speaking about. Over at patreon.com, you'll find the community of Devoted Light, a whole host of tools at your disposal. Namaste. 708, but listen. We got some new people in here tonight. Some people that maybe looking at what they're seeing, they're like, what the fuck is going on? Well, this is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and my name is Leslie Tanner. Tonight we're talking about anxiety as energy, how to harness this gift, not reject it, not soothe the gift, so that we may rid ourselves of the gift, how to harness this gift and to stop being a pussy. How to get up, Use that as energy. Become one with that energy. Allow that energy to destroy us. Namaste. I said, what the fuck? I said, what the honk? Then I realized I was on a step to the final journey. Vixie out, absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Namaste. Here we are. 708-240-8953. As I said, we're talking about harnessing anxiety, how to accept the gift, how to accept the gift and stop being a pussy. That's what we're talking about tonight. Namaste. How's everybody doing? Let's do a little check-in. How's everybody doing tonight, huh? How's everybody doing tonight? Nick Tronic, namaste to you. Namaste to you. An affirmation for the fellas. If you have, your penis can be whatever size, but your balls, you should worry about getting your balls bigger. And that's, listen, I have known people of various size of penis before. Communal vision. I'll provide an explanation for that in just a moment. Communal vision from Call Me Al. How is the caller doing? There is a caller. I forgot there's a caller. I love that. I love the energy here. Oh, well, right. Caller, I forgot you were there. How are you?
Hey, how are you, Lee?
I'm doing...
This is Samantha.
Samantha. How's Samantha tonight? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. I thank you for your patience on the line. I won't apologize for forgetting you were there, but I will thank you for your patience.
Are you sure that one and not a number 2?
You took a shit?
Hello?
Or...
Did you? I'm just wondering, fella. That was a long time. You sure you didn't take a number 2?
No, I just pissed very slowly.
Wow, okay. Because that was a lot. That's good. I'm glad you got back to me. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely,
How's your
Samantha.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely, Samantha. How is Samantha doing tonight? Is this your first time calling, Samantha?
It is my first time calling, and I'm a little nervous. I hope I don't get terminated. Because I know that's what happens.
Yeah, don't worry
right?
about it. Don't take it personally if it does happen. So far, I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, if some ne'er-do-well, some little rascal in the chat pulls the trigger on a termination, you know, you can always call back and don't let these jackals get to you, okay?
I get a little nervous sometimes, so good. So anyway, so my topic tonight, what is your topic tonight? I'm sorry, I just kind of came in late. What is the topic?
Before the topic, Communal Vision from Larry Picklejar, does the caller like anime pillows? Do you like anime pillows?
I like anime, so yeah, pillows would be great, sure. You know,
do you have any?
Do that. I never saw one. I don't have, no. I actually have some anime comic books, though. Yeah.
Oh, what which anime comic books do you have?
I don't even know, actually. My boyfriend brings them over and we look at them. I don't have any right next to me to look at, but I've looked at them before.
What are your favorites?
Is that what the topic is? To be honest, I don't even know. I do enjoy it. I mean, that's what anime is,
I get
right?
it.
It's pretty much all drawings.
Who's got time to memorize all these goddamn names?
Exactly.
You know?
Blowing it up, they terminate me because I don't know the name.
Are you trying to enjoy it, or are you trying to fucking memorize words for a vocab test at school? What are you?
Exactly. I mean, you know, he drills me with the thing, and I look at the anime stuff. You know, that's what happens.
Now,
we get to it.
Do you like the sexy anime? Do you like the romantic anime? Do you like the violent anime?
I like it all. I like the bondage anime, but they don't have that, do they? They probably should, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have bondage hentai. Yeah.
There you go. That's what we should do next time.
Yeah, you should get it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm silly with it. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying you can definitely find some really... There's enough hentai anime porn that you're going to be able to find exactly what you want.
Well, guess...
Like bonded by what, I guess? I mean, again, you're going to find volumes and volumes that will meet your exact needs. Are you still there? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Can't hear you, caller. Well, I'll take this break. While we were talking to Glue a little bit ago, I had one of my intrusive thoughts that I referred to was an overly eager sort of a teenage anime fan that kind of speaks Japanese to anyone who even looks Asian. And I kept imagining a moment of maybe being at a sushi restaurant and speaking Japanese to a person with Down syndrome. And it just kept intruding on my mind, and I took it as a figure of meditation, a thing to focus on and bring myself to the present moment of my body and this shared reality of ours. And now we get to share this reality and all of its horror. But imagine that, right? Caller? You there, Samantha? Nah. Call back, Samantha. Is that racist or ableist or both? I mean, it's based on a character, an overly eager weeb. So I'm imagining another person. That person can be whatever, and that's a creative decision. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
This is Samantha calling back again. We get disconnected.
Yeah, you went away. I couldn't hear you.
That was weird. I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't get terminated, though.
You didn't. It's okay.
Okay, great. So we were talking about anime, but I tried to get into the subject of Lolita dolls. Have you ever heard of them before?
So, yeah, sort of dolls that are meant to emulate children.
Well, the thing is they cut your arms and legs off, right? And then they take your teeth out. Yeah. So it's like a black market thing, and they if you go, it's really kind of crazy actually, But they take like children. Unfortunately, they're like 12, and they basically cut their arms and legs off, and they take their teeth out. They make them into sex slaves. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. Yeah. So my boyfriend wanted to do that with me, but I'm not like 12, And I said, well, I'm not 12. And he said, I don't care. I want to do it with you. I'm like,
Communal Vision from Nindy New. Caller, this is Chris Hansen. Can you come sit over here?
Exactly, Chris Hansen. Exactly. From Dateline NBC, right? Right.
Oh, from To Catch a Predator, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, he ended up bouncing some checks, and now he's in jail, I heard.
Yeah, he's back. There was a legal penalty. I'm not sure what it was, but he's back. He's back and at it. He's alive on the internet.
He's going after dudes trying to get women. I remember listening to that, watching that, and every time I heard the girl say, "You want some sweet tea?"
You've been terminated. That was a good end to the call, though. If you couldn't have timed that better. That was a very solid. Listen, Samantha, if you're anxious and worried about it, first of all, don't listen to these jackals. Thank you so much for those bits, FSD Alpha. Bless you and namaste to you. Thank you for letting your voice be heard. I cherish your perspective, even through the action of termination. Namaste. Samantha, if you are worried about this, don't worry about it, because that was a perfect way to end a call. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Hi, Leslie. This is Samantha's older sister, Becky.
Hello, Becky. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to call and apologize for my sister, Samantha.
You've been terminated, Becky. You have a wonderful night. Getting their asses over here. Namaste. Namaste. I love when the community makes its voice heard, and I revel in the opportunity to bring you all tools to allow your voice to be heard. I sort of hand you the megaphone with these tools over here. I hand you the megaphone, and I let you be the judge. I let you guide your individual and our collective exploration. Namaste. Jessica Rizzo says, bye-bye, Becky. Namaste. Here we are. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe both inside and out, objective, subjective, self, other, to unleash and unlock the true power within. We find the gray zone. Interrogate the border between these two seemingly disparate worlds. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Mish.
Hello, Mish. How are you tonight, Mish?
I am anxious.
Mish, feeling anxious. Now, Mish, are you at the place where this anxiety is a power, or first of all, the chat's going absolutely ape shit, a bunch of monkeys throwing their poop at the wall not to hear your voice.
Hi.
Everybody, Mish says hi to you, namaste. And they all say hi back to you, namaste. Now, Mish, have you been watching the program tonight?
Yes, I have.
What do you think so far? Let's do a little quick check-in. What does Mish think about the program tonight so far?
I think good shit.
Good shit, loving it. Very. So you're giving it a thumbs up.
Loved the pee advice.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Stress Yoga says, how you doing?
Anxious.
Anxious. Now, let's talk about it. Now, how familiar are you with what we've been talking about tonight? This process of anxiety turning itself into a raw energy, a raw power in our lives. Now, have you ever done this before, Mish?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
Something told me. Something told me.
It's been like accidental.
Accidentally sort of stumbled upon something.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Well, I don't realize I'm doing it, but sometimes I reach a level of anxiety where I just get really mad.
Yes. Speak on that. We're talking about...
Like in public, I get really anxious in crowds. But it reaches a point where I'm just so
night, Larry.
mad.
Larry said good night to us.
I know. I said good night.
Okay. Continue. you to continue on this thread though. This anxiety into an anger. I love this.
Yeah, I get real anxious in crowds, and then it reaches a point where I just become really good at navigating the crowd to get out of it. And sometimes you gotta like shove someone, you know?
Have you done that before?
Not like a full, like, two-handed shove, but certainly like a get out of my way with my shoulder kind of shove.
Mm-hmm. Like you sort of hit them with an Urlacher.
Yeah, I used to go to shitty, like, basement punk shows a lot.
Shitty basement punk shows. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there'd be a point where... I mean, I already wasn't having fun, but then everyone else would be, you know, pushing each other, hitting each other, and I would just have to bounce. And the only way to bounce is to just push and look mean.
And in this moment of anxiety, building anxiety, hating the world around you, feeling powerless, feeling maybe fearful or something, but then something boils over. Now, how do you feel in this moment other than anger? Can we put some other words to this space that you occupy when the anxiety boils over?
it feels kind of hot.
Hot. Feels hot.
Like temperature-wise and like sexy.
Okay. So yeah, so you feel sort of maybe not aroused yet, but beginning to be aroused.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I'm imagining you being anxious in a crowd at one of these at these basement punk shows, and there's a lot of people, and it's dark and it's hot, and you're like no to the outside world. Then there's that moment where this torrent of experiential information sort of the anxiety snaps something inside, and you hit them with the Urlacher. What happens to this torrent? Do you experience reality as an avalanche still, or is something else?
No, I'm like very far removed from reality.
Very far removed from reality. Sort of sense of dissociation from reality.
Yeah, and then you reach like a kind of God complex.
And dissociating into occupying a place of godliness.
Because like nothing really matters anymore. Because you just gotta go, you know?
As God goes, you go.
Yeah, God goes. He be going.
I love
just
that. I love that.
I also sometimes I don't get mad. I just like don't care, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like there was one time I was on my way to work. I used to work close to a baseball field, and there'd be just like an insane crowd to have to wade through to get to work. And I got so anxious once that I threw up on the sidewalk in front of a large group of people.
Yep.
And normally I would have been very embarrassed, but there was nothing I could do, and I was already so anxious. I was like, whatever, that's fine right now. I have to go.
And they got in that sense that moment. See, this is exactly what we were talking about earlier tonight with Cherish. Were you here for that call?
Yes.
Now with Cherish, we took anxiety about the ailing health of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I attempted to do this with her through a guided meditation. Turn this anxiety up even further. Allow it to transform. Allow it to breach from the mental to the physical. And what I hear from you is exactly the same thing. You go from, physically small person. And maybe people don't understand this about you, but you're physically a small person. Would you agree with that, Mish?
Yeah.
And you go from small and maybe a place of fear about a crowd or about a bunch of noises or something like that. And like Cherish turning into a monster earlier, what I hear is you turning into a sort of other a version. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. A version of this monster of hitting them with the Urlacher at this stupid show in a basement where they're playing, music and it sucks or you're on or you're vomiting in front of a bunch of tourists. When I see that, if you were my client coming to me and you were saying, Leslie, what do I do? How do I fix this? It got so bad that I threw up in front of a bunch of tourists. I would say, let's change that. It got so good that you threw up in front of a bunch of tourists. It's so powerful. You're tapped in to that next level.
Yeah, maybe the throw up is just the good overflow.
Is what overflow?
It's the good overflowing out of you.
It's the good overflowing. Exactly what I mean. So when I say this, I'm pushing us to perceive this from a sense of power. Now, this power that comes from the dissociation, the sense of being like a god, the sense of control over a crowd, this is good. This power is good. And I hate that it's in our minds that otherwise is true, because in this moment, you are a god. You control how many people are around you, probably a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah,
like God, like a puppet master.
I threw up on my lap at a party once. I was maybe on a substance and drinking a lot of water. And I was really
you're high and trying to stay hydrated. Communal vision from FSD Alpha, party makes me farty, Andrew WK.
Oh, yeah. But I was drinking a lot of water. I was anxious, but I also felt really good.
Yep.
And one of my friends was sitting right across from me, and the floor was shaking. And we were both staring at each other, and I just threw up water into my lap. And my friend, who was on a different substance that maybe would have made that look very scary and alarming, asked if I was okay, and I said, I feel so much better now. I feel great. And we had a beautiful moment.
There is beauty in power. There is power in being overwhelmed. There is beauty and power in being overwhelmed by suffering that comes with anxiety. Do you see and you are no stranger to this path, Mish. But but you sharing your experiences only further reinforces this in my mind. That what we are trained to see as negative, as to see as a detractor, as we are trained to be, we are being told to control that which brings us in concert with nature, in concert with our bodies. We are told to control this, and therefore we are being pushed further from the power of the next level. And what I hear from you right now, and I don't know if you're having if you're thinking the same way, but what I'm hearing is that you're no stranger to this power.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of different ways that it can be good. Like, sometimes it doesn't just make you mad or throw up. It can, like, motivate you. Like, if someone said, oh, I'm coming over tomorrow, I would power clean my entire apartment, like, in 3 hours. I would deep clean everything really, really fast. Because I'd be anxious that they would think I'm a piece of shit and I'm gross.
Exactly.
And then can also make you more honest, which is good.
I love that. How does it make you honest?
There have been a few times someone has made me feel uncomfortable at a club.
Oh, yeah,
And I just look at them and say, you're ugly, get away from me. And it's like a truth serum.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could have been a fly in the wall at that moment.
Yeah.
And you say, you're ugly. So I hit the club, you're saying, you're ugly, get away from me. At a punk show, you're giving them the Urlacher. On a train platform, you're throwing up. And every single time, I can't stand this, my colleagues, they look at these situations with pity. They look at these situations, they want to, and in a bad way, they want to forcefully shove a breast into your mouth. And I say nay. When we do that, let's make sure it's hot. Let's make sure it's sexy, because what I see is a beast coming into power, affecting the physical world around them, controlling.
Yeah. Like imagine being the level of anxious where you're like, oh, I'm too scared to tell this person I don't want them to dance on me.
Mm-hmm.
And you just, like, force yourself to be okay with it? No. Get so anxious that you start yelling about how fucking ugly they are and that they need to get away from you.
You
Make
powerful
them feel
bitch.
bad.
What when I hear your voice, I hear echoes of the Whore of Babylon, of the and other demonic feminine figures from the Book of Revelation. I hear the echoes of history in your voice right now. This bitch throwing up on the train and what have you. I think it's absolutely the right track and an excellent example of what we're talking about tonight.
It's good.
Now, a lot of what you shared with us has centered on your experience as a woman, Mish. So, can you address the women in chat right now? Can you address the women in chat? How do we harness this power, this whorish Babylon power, this beast within that controls and asserts this power of yours? Address the women right now.
I think you gotta test it out, like, in smaller ways sometimes before you're comfortable telling someone that they're ugly and to get the fuck away from you.
Sure.
Like, if someone's trying to hit on you and you're not into it, just give them a name that's not their name.
Hurtfully, yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, tell them, be like, hey, Austin, I don't want to talk to you right now. Bye, Austin. Just give them a generic name, and they'll be confused, but they won't like it, and they'll go away. And you'll feel the power of that, and you'll just want to keep being meaner and meaner the more anxious you are.
So it's a sort of, once you tap into that, you'll find more and more and more energy waiting for you to sort of harvest.
Yeah, or there was one time I was walking to the train at night. There was some guy sitting down on the sidewalk with his phone, and there were two girls in front of me, and I saw him follow them with his phone, like he was filming them or taking pictures of them, and I had to walk past him to get into the train. So I kind of just looked out of the corner of my eye, and I saw his phone follow me. And I had been preparing myself to loudly yell at him so everyone around would become aware. And once I got to that point, I turned around and was like, stop fucking filming me. And he looked so scared of me. And I was scared to yell at him, but he looked way more scared than I sounded. And then I realized he was actually a huge bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a bigger dick.
Yeah.
And it was good.
By any chance, was this person named Pennywise? Asked Phil Z.
No, he was not a clown.
Just a guy.
Yeah, just some guy.
Probably wearing blue jeans or something like that, maybe some khakis.
Sometimes, if you just yell very loud, they think you're going to be more of a problem.
No, 100. You know, that's one thing that I've not to take anything away from how whorishly powerful these anecdotes are. I would like to just also, contribute something I've heard from so many clients of mine. Point out that a lot of these things that seem scary, that once it boils over, once they become physically violent, once they start screaming, once they start pulling their hair out, once they start throwing up in front of people, they find that the world is a lot more brittle and fragile than they thought beforehand.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, listen, that was wonderful. So Peppercorn had a question for you. So next time somebody asks her for her number at a gas station, she should just call him Austin.
Yeah, say no thank you, Austin.
No, thank you, Austin.
No thank you, Steven.
Put that on a goddamn T-shirt. I love that.
Sorry, John.
No, thank you, Austin. Wonderful, wonderful. I'd imagine that'd work with Mormons as well. So, Mish, I want to thank you so much for contributing so much to our discourse this evening. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we move on tonight?
Be careful if you yell at men. Make sure there's other people around.
Well, that's, yeah, I guess there's some practicality to that, but maybe tap into that anxiety, though. Don't be afraid to tap into that anxiety.
Yeah, start going batshit insane, and if that doesn't work, just start running. You're going to be so fast from anxiety.
Exactly. Listen, if you're alone, you should feel more anxious, and that should provide even more energy if you're ready for that. If you're ready to channel and hone that in. So something to think about, though, and I appreciate you bringing that up, Mish.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog. Well, it was great to speak with you, Mish. Appreciate you.
I know.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Wonderful, fantastic stuff. Oh, hell no, don't be around men if there's not another people around unless you finna get it in. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
It's Wiki.
Holy freaking moly, it's Wiki Wiva. Guys, it's Wiki. Yeah, it's that time of the night. It's Wiki Wiva. Wiki, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. That's good. That's pretty good. That's good. Well, I was just wanting to tell you something. It's a little bit funny and well, where you been?
Oh, brother, I've been sleeping outside. Sometimes I lock myself out of my home, and I end up just having to sleep outside.
Were you at a camp out? Were you doing a camping thing?
I mean, if you can call it that, but I mean, it's not deliberate. I just kind of lose my keys.
Wow. That sounds weird.
It certainly is.
Huh?
It absolutely is. It's not more complicated than that. I get locked out, and then
like
that's that.
Keyophobia?
What?
Is it a keyophobia? Are you afraid of keys? You can admit it. Webber.
Maybe some deep reach of my mind that I have yet to consciously discover. It's possible that I am afraid of keys. However, all I know is that I am forced to sleep outside until one of the police officers that that remembers me from high school. He hopefully they stop being annoyed by my calls and show up and let me into my home.
Well, you the damn guru. You should have them on speed dial.
I do have them on speed dial. Nil Bagite with the 8 bits. Namaste to you and thank you for those bits. Bless you. He says, Nil Bagite says, I love Wiki.
Tell Nabagito I love him too. I love his community. It's just too special.
Oh, namaste. Now, Wiki. There are things to learn outside, though. You know, there are many things to learn in the darkness.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that's where we come from. Back in the day when we were like hunter-gatherer people, anxiety was good. You better be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You have your head chewed up by a lion or a saber-toothed cat.
100%.
And it gave us the will to survive. I think we just got a little bit lazy and we're not doing enough things and we got all the energy not going anywhere and it's going to our brains and we get on our willow heads and we don't use that energy the right way.
Exactly. Now, Wiki, I think our conversation has stumbled. I think that you are far too wise to accurately describe as stumbling upon this piece of insight. But what you're talking about is the ultimate, the first and last anxiety, the anxiety of nothingness.
Yep, being afraid of that darkness, and you got to go step into the darkness. And you better fear that fear, and you better embrace it and be its best friend and walk with it hand in hand like you're going on like you're going to go have a picnic with it outside somewhere. Would have peanut butter sandwich and maybe get a glass of milk or some Oreo cookies. That would be good.
What was the last thing you said?
Yeah. You do it with the Oreo cookies, with a picnic with your fear, and you sit outside and you enjoy it, you talk to it, you embrace it. You actually make love to that fear. It's anxiety. And you let it go one through you and you one through it. You figure out who you are as man.
Phil Z has a communal vision. It seems like Wiki has an ability to see the forest through the trees.
Now, I have won plenty of four-wheelers into a tree. I'm not going to lie about that. Swapping on, me and my buddy used to swap on some flashlights under the four-wheeler and go into the woods, and we just truck it. We were like chicken, but we didn't know what we was doing.
I love that. Now, Wiki. I mean, we're talking about such a large topic that it's hard for me to even really wrap my head around sometimes nothingness. But I'm going to do it with you because if I can't do it with you, then I think we all might be lost. If we can't step up to the plate, we're given the gift of Wiki Wiva, then we might as well just go to sleep, take that final nap. So let's do it, Wiki. We're talking about nothingness. We're talking about that darkness from which we came and to which we will return. Now, in what ways do you feel this in your everyday life, Wiki? Let's just start with the daily sort of rigmarole bullshit. In what ways does it pop out at you, this nothingness behind the surface of reality?
I think it has before. I remember looking at my daddy when he was still around. I looked at his big black boots, and I kind of disappeared for a few seconds, and it felt really scary. It was dark. And just looking at those boots somehow mesmerized me, and I was in the infinite darkness for a moment, and I knew, woo, that was scary. That's not the rock and roll vibe I want.
That's not the rock and roll vibe, but here's the yin and yang of that, Wiki Wiv. I'd like to ask you, do you think there could even be rock and roll without that fear, without that nothing? Do you think it's possible to separate those two?
No. It's the exact opposite. Once you embrace that darkness and embrace that scariness, that's where the rock and roll comes from. It's chaos. You want to bust out of that darkness. You'll say, we're going to rock and roll all night long. And you know what? Fuck you, darkness, and fuck you. We're going to chaos this bitch out. We're going to go out. We're going to go out kicking and banging.
A sort of pointless, directionless rage against the abyss, against the call of the abyss, with its inescapable gravitational pull, sort of black hole, and rock and roll is just turning on all the thrusters, the throttle up to 10, and just saying, fuck it, let's try to get out of this gravitational pull.
We're going to kick and swing all the way down. I'm going down swinging, bitches. Ain't no way. You ain't taking me without a fight. I got a real bit of spit left in me.
I love that. Wiki. I had no idea we were going to speak as profoundly as we have been with each other tonight.
It's pretty sweet. I did have some anxiety. It was really kind of embarrassing because, a lot of cats in my neighborhood are pretty tough big boys, and you gotta be kind of tough in my neighborhood. And there was these downtown street goblins. The people come up and say, hey, give me $1.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just took that, I turned it and twisted around, and when I see their feet shuffling, I shuffle toward the sweet goblin and I say, give me $1. And they go, no, I'm going to ask you for $1. I turn it around on them. And then they go, oh, I ain't got no $1.
You little devil dog.
Hell yeah.
You little devil
went to
dog.
them first. You go, give me the $1.
And do you say it like that?
You give me the $1. I got no $1. I'm going to ask you for $1.
And do they leave you? How does it go after that?
You were bassoon. They go suddenly sad. They go, oh, God, you for $1. And then they look out the jacket and walk away like little wee wimp. They not a sweet goblin. They a wussy.
I love that. I love your sense. You're taking a sense of play and kind of and really turning the situation on its head and in your favor. You're using, this anxiety as a sort of launch pad to fight back against those, some of the most vulnerable people in our population.
Hell yeah, the paws are coming get scary when they become sweet goblins. They want them $1. Hey man, can I get $1? And they go hustle up around you.
Now, that we all want to, reduce the suffering of people. I think most people have a natural sense of empathy. They see suffering and they move towards it. Their impulse is to relieve it. However, I don't think that we should just feel that. I think that, this anxiety that you're pointing out, I think that it makes a very strong case for why we should fear the poor.
Yeah. I mean, we should feed them. But if you were sitting there with a sign, I would drop you a $5 bill. But if you go come up to me and assault me like a pack of vultures when I get out the 7-Up, when I got my slushy, just because I got a slushy don't mean you get a slushy too. And they feel entitled to my slushy. And I'm not giving you my Coke slushy, bro. You don't come up to me asking me for $1.
You don't want to give them a sip of your slushy?
Hell no. And now if you're sitting on the corner, hey, can you help me out, bro? I'm not feeling a little bit, I would feel a little bit sad. I dropped my $5. Go get you and your kids some slushy. Have a good time. Slushy it up.
Can you imagine a set of filthy, poor lips of a street goblin wrapping around the end of the straw into your Coke slushy? That makes me want to throw up.
Me too, a little bit.
Yeah, that makes me about want to throw up in my mouth and then outward and harnessing the power as Mish brought up earlier.
And then the lips will come up and go around your edge of your cup and be all dirty, kind of scrubby, and then try to sip from your slushy. And hell no. That's not a good one,
Disgusting stuff. That's really crazy. Well, Wiki, I think that's a brilliant anecdote of, using our anxiety and fear of the poor, in addition to, I think we just ran the gamut. We started with the fear and anxiety of nothingness, namaste. And we have a communal vision coming in from FSE Alpha, thank you for those bits, and the perspective. From now on, scream at the poor and scare the shit out of them when you give them money. Anxiety is empowering.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
That's a deep message. That's a deep and important message, one that we shouldn't just shrug off if we don't understand. If you don't get that and why it's important and why it can contribute to our lives, then I want you to clip that, write it down, put it on a Post-it note, and think about it later on tonight, because that is going to prove dividends for your life. Somebody's getting it. FSD Alpha is really picking up on the wavelength tonight. Now, Wiki, we started with the fear of nothingness, and then we ran the gamut, maybe to the other, towards the other end of the spectrum. Cherish hitting us with a gifted sub and opening up a hype train. Holy shit! This is the second hype train of the evening. Namaste. Prescription Flan receiving a gifted sub. Namaste. You enjoy the tools and benefits therein. Bless you, my explorer. Now, we ran from nothingness to our fear of poor people. Now, I love this. You are clearly a very gifted and insightful person, Wiki, and we all knew that.
I appreciate that. I don't think so. I'm just talking about what I know, boss.
And it's more than enough. It's more than enough. Now, these street goblins, as you say, any advice for us, those, in case we have some street goblins in our life? Phil Z with a communal vision. I wonder if Wiki has ever ridden on a twain with a hobo.
One time I did see a hobo jump out twain, and he came down to a Wendy's by my house, and I was eating a hamburger, and then I saw him flip and roll down the hill. He jumped right out the twain. He was a wheel-time hobo, and he rolled all the way down, and he came up, and he said, "Hey, can I get a hamburger?" I said, "Well, you got to do something first, boss." He goes, "Well, I'm going to tell you a joke." He told me a real funny joke, and I'm going to buy you a damn hamburger and a Coke. You earned that shit. So I got him a hamburger and a Coke. He was a hobo.
Esoteric, namaste to you, and thank you for that subscription. Bless you this evening. The hype train is running completely free off the rails, and we're going absolutely ape shit. Namaste. Well, Wiki, I gotta ask you. Because we always do this. But listen, if you don't have something in the bank, you don't feel any pressure, all right? We're lucky to have you. And Stress Yoga, subbing for the 7th month. Stress Yoga, bless you and your weird ass. Thank you so much for dropping those weird, stinky little nuggets in the chat. Keeps us on our toes. Keeps us sort of nimble. Unsure what to do with the things you say at times. And we thank you for that energy. Namaste. Now, Wiki, as I was saying a second ago, when we are lucky enough to have a call from you, oftentimes we end with a song from Wiki. Now, if you don't have something in the old memory banks under your fingers ready to share with us, I don't want to press you, but just in case, if our call tonight, stoked a memory of a song that you had written in your illustrious career. Gang, wouldn't we love to hear that? Wouldn't we love to hear that, chat? Wiki, is there a possibility that something has been...
My community is my favorite thing, so I would love to share. I'm actually currently working on a new song. I don't know if I'm going to call it One Way Girl or One Ways. And maybe the chat can decide what the title of the song will be, and I can put it on my next EP. That'd be great. That'd be great to have a Guru community-centered thing, Maybe I could call it the One-Away Girl or the One-Away.
So new girl, working title either One-Away Girl or One-Away.
One-Away. Yeah, the One-Away.
Yeah, the chat's going absolutely ape shit, like Stress Yoga said. Absolutely ape shit. Can't wait to hear it. So, listen, I paused the music over here on my end, and whenever you feel ready, we can't wait to hear either One-Away Girl or One-Away.
All right. Okay. It starts out, it's a little bit different. We're trying a different style with a new bass player, so I'm going to try this with you guys. It goes do 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 waka wow wow do 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 waka wow wow do 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 waka wow wow do 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 waka wow wow do do do. Something in the water, boom 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 boom. It's something in the air, boom 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 boom. We gotta One-Away Girl, boom 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 boom. We gotta get out of here, boom boom boom. I can feel it in my chest, do do do. I can feel it in my bones, do do. Something strange on the streets, honey, do. And this place don't feel like home. We have to leave this town, do 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 do. Those fucking full wires, do 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 do. Look at the horizon, do 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 do. Circles in my eyes. We gotta One-Away Girl, no 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 no. We gotta leave this town, no 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 no. We gotta One-Away Girl, do no 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 no. Follows a wick winds anywhere but here. And I'm spinning. Circles in my eyes. We gotta One-Away Girl. We gotta wanna get out of this town. We gotta One-Away Girl. We gotta find a way out. Whoa. Wow wow. Wow wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. And that's a first buzz.
Wiki, absolutely blew that blew me away.
Yeah, oh, you will like it? It's a new one. We just working on it this evening. I was writing the wigs down.
No, there's something real special about your ability to navigate both word and melody and time and rhythm, all sort of just in a very sort of seamless, sort of like a sort of holistic way. Music is very natural for you.
Oh, that's too kind. I'm just trying to do the rock and roll. You got me to do the rock and roll, coach. You my guru. You push me forward.
Of course.
This program works.
To watch the progress that you've made in this program, you know, not just creatively, which we've seen you certainly blossom in front of us for quite some time now. To see you also personally, you know, the new personnel in your band, you're fine-tuning these different areas of your life, and it's nothing short of absolutely inspiring. Communal vision from Mr. Defoe. Can't wait to read this. Wiki, I played your song for Les Claypool. He wants to track bass for your album.
Wowee. That's a big dog in the community. That's a big dog. If I West Claypool, that boy can really bump the bass.
Now, do you think that would fit? That would fit in your sound, a Les Claypool?
I can do it. I can get with Wes, and we can write some really wicked songs. I got a new one I'm working on too, and that one I still got. I got some more wigs I got to do for it. But I think Wes Claypool would be perfect for that one.
Namaste, Dangus. Namaste, Dangus. You know, you could just kind of let Les Claypool off. You know, you got to put him in the right direction, I would imagine, but you kind of just let him off the leash, let him go a little bit, Mr. Dangus.
Oh yeah, and then I write to him. He's a legend.
Oh yeah.
Legendary.
But even the stars need they need a direction. You know, the stars, you know, it can't be. What I'm saying is, I believe in your songs, and I believe in your talent. I don't want to see a Les Claypool sort of swinging his cock around in the studio.
Well, we're gonna keep it in check, but I'm gonna let him do his bass thing. But if he starts to step in anywhere else, he's gonna have to pull back a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you taught me that. You got to stand strong. You can't let any just a swinging pecker just come around here and peck around your hen stock. You got to go and get to the fox and push him on out. Do your tracks and get the hell out, Wes.
Wow, somebody says fuck Les Claypool. Luke Man, shout out Luke Man. We're gonna do a quick. Can a mod shout out Luke Man? Please, Luke Man, wonderful channel, wonderful conversations, funny, uplifting. Namaste to the whole project over there. Bless you, Luke Man. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you enjoy fun conversations, go enjoy and interactivity. Shout out. I'm going to do it. There it is. Guys, go follow Luke, man. Namaste. Good to see you, brother. Now, Wiki, listen, I feel, you know, once again, we could speak all night with each other. This has been an extremely wonderful conversation. We've plumbed the depths of existence in either direction. And, you know, goddamn it, we got another Wiki classic out of you. So I can't reasonably ask anything more of you. Just allow you the space. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we move on with our program this evening?
I just want to tell people how lucky they are to have a true genius guru like Dr. Tanner, Mr. Wesley. He's our guru. He's our wife coach. And the program works. Donate to our new center we're going to have, and you never know. When the kids can come and probably Beanie Baby, fine type of Tanner dolls, they'll be fine. Everything will work out. And namaste. I love my community, and I love my guru.
Namaste to you, Wiki. You have a wonderful evening.
Namaste.
Namaste. Damn, that was fast. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you?
Hey, Leslie. First-time caller. First
Well, welcome to the
Jim.
program. What's something we can call you tonight?
Jim.
Jim, it's great to hear from you, Jim. And I take it, have you watched the program before? Is this your first night?
I just checked in. Are you some kind of holistic guy? Are you a holistic?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Oh.
I mean, as a mental health professional, I'm many things to many people. And that role changes, it evolves along with the community here at Explorations. But Explorations is, in its essence, is a program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power within.
So you're like a guide.
To many, yes.
So like they get high and then like you like keep them from going crazy.
No. I mean, depending on how you define all of that, I would say that probably most of my colleagues would describe my work that I do here is, and crazy people come here, and there's a skill in acting normal. That's absolutely something we work on. Try not to act like a crazy idiot all the time, but. Oftentimes, the people attracted here, their power lies within what is, derided as crazy.
Well, all your callers sound like John McAfee.
Sound like, who is that?
John McAfee?
John McAfee, who is that?
I don't know.
John McCain, is that the virus guy that got assassinated? Antivirus guy?
Yeah.
He got assassinated, and do you believe that he was assassinated?
He didn't kill himself. I'll tell you that much.
So you see, there's some unresolved questions, and it looks fishy, is what you're saying.
I got the software, and my life, I never trusted my security stuff.
Are you a computers guy? Do you know a lot about computers?
I had a Dell, and then I bought.
So you're pretty much a hacker.
No, well, yeah, I like to think I could do some hacking. But yeah, the MacBook, the battery just died, so I don't trust MacBook anymore. I think they're trying to get me.
So yeah, you're looking for a new battery for your MacBook?
How are you gonna give me a computer, and then the battery just stops charging?
Interesting. How?
I think I'm not the only one that's had this issue, but I think that the battery was powering too many items, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I think that there was some other programs running on this computer, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like sneaky ones.
Yeah, I think MacBook sounds a little too much like McAfee.
Do you have a Zune? Communal Vision from Phil Z. Communal Vision from Phil Z is sharing with us. Did the caller put the charger in his anxious butthole? Was a question from the chat.
Should I have?
I don't. Depending on what your goal is with putting the stuff in your ass, I think there can be a lot of benefits from putting stuff in your ass. But I mean, and if I'm listening to you and I'm hearing you correctly, which, tell me if I'm, mishearing you, misunderstanding you, you're trying to solve the problem of the power drainage and your battery situation and not necessarily, coming through sort of anal penetration.
Well, I tried buying the little cover for the camera to slide, but I ended up just throwing it away. The whole computer.
Love that. Absolutely love that. I think more people are going to find themselves doing that in the future. Communal Vision from Mr. Defo. Your body is a battery. This is IT 100. Don't know what that means. other than maybe a reference to Matrix, which is the greatest film. Would you agree that The Matrix is the greatest film ever made?
No, I tried watching it. They were trying to get in your head.
So you think they're trying to manipulate you with that film?
They definitely were telling me what to do. An awful lot.
Oh, I love that. I don't necessarily, I didn't have that experience, but talk to me more about it. What were they telling you to do with The Matrix?
Well, I bought the phone because the phone, you can do anything that the laptop can do. But then it's a little bit too big, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I forgot. Did you say that you had
Did you know
Zoom?
Lawrence Fishburne was never in a commercial about banks?
Don't have any idea about that. I'd be interested to know, though. Someone can look that up. Listen to me right now. I'm gonna bring you right to the doorstep of our theme tonight. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us and jumping in head first with a call on your first evening. Phil Z with a Communal Vision. I had exhibit fashion a USB-C port in my butthole so it'd be acceptable. So somebody had that put in their ass. That's awesome. I mean, I think that's fucking cool, and I appreciate that. So thank you, Phil. Now, when it comes to anxiety, are you an anxious person?
I would say when I'm watching The Matrix.
You get anxious when you're watching The Matrix because you feel like someone is telling you what to do.
How many times have you watched The Matrix?
At least 400.
Oh, no.
And a Communal Vision from Real Ghost caught on camera. Every time I try to call, the line is busy. Dude, you're so popular. I guess we should get our call waiting thing or call screening thing back on track. I think. Namaste. Well, listen, Real Ghost. We'll talk about it after the stream. We'll get you on because we're about to be wrapping up here in a couple minutes. But we have a way to remedy this. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for piping up and saying something. Thank you for those bits. Real Ghost. Bless you. Now, you get anxious. Do you get anxious when an authority figure tries to impose itself on you? Caller? Oh, caller hung up. Okay. Well, this is going to be our last caller for the evening. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations. You're going to be our final caller for the evening. How are you tonight?
Holy! Thank God.
You got through.
Got in.
You got through. Is this Isabeau?
It's me, Isabeau.
Isabeau, you got through. Okay. Well, welcome, goddamn welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, Isabeau?
You know, I'm doing good, and I was just so glad to see your stream is about what I'm going through, anxiety.
Right. Okay. Perfect. So this is perfect. Now, next follow-up question: you're experiencing anxiety, and where are you in the process of harnessing this as a power?
I'm in the process of harnessing my power as a woman, as someone who needs to be respected, loved, wined, dined. I'm getting out of a 4-year dog shit relationship. I'm single again. And it's great.
Holy freaking moly. So you're single for the first time in 4 years. So you're out there, you're ready to get the world that you want and you feel you deserve. And this relationship was shit, you said?
Yeah, it was causing me so much anxiety for so long, for especially the last week, to be real. But, like, it's over now. I'm still having a little bit of anxiety because of life and stuff, but, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so ready to be myself again, to get my life back.
Now, your life back. Your life, it got away from you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it did. It sure did. I used to go out about the town, go sing karaoke sometimes.
When was the last time Isabeau sang karaoke?
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time Isabeau sang karaoke?
Well, I did do an embarrassing karaoke not too long ago, but the last time I enjoyed it was about 3 years ago, and I sang a Tears for Fears song. That one.
So karaoke is a sort of, as they say it in Japan, karaoke. This is a sort of canary in the coal mine for the health and vigor of your life.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting. Now, when and Tears for Fears was the last one you say. Are you gonna go? What are you getting up to this weekend? You gonna go to some karaoke?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go to some karaoke. I'm free again. I don't have to be like, oh, did my boyfriend eat dinner today? I gotta go home and cook something. No, not anymore. Now I can be like, I'm gonna go to karaoke and eat the beef from Taco Bell. I'm going to debase.
Wonderful. Communal Vision. Awesome. Communal Vision from Mr. Defoe. Talk about anxiety, caller. Let's hear you belt out something you love. Now, I don't understand what the belting thing out is. Is that you're demanding a song from the caller?
Listen, I don't want to trigger Leslie because I know he doesn't like positivity. So.
No. I don't think that. I don't like it when positivity. I don't like it when repression when repression masquerades as positivity. When what I'm trying to do is connect us to this next level, and under the guise of positivity, if somebody offers advice, a tool, a pathway that only closes a door to the next level, then yeah, it is my job as a guide, as a guru, to make sure that door remains open.
You're not wrong, and I'd be lying if I said it didn't work.
And how much of your breakup with this lame-ass boyfriend, how much of that would you credit to the program?
I'd give it a good 15 to 20% in a way, because I feel like, you know what? I got a little community now. I can namaste, I can talk my shit, I can,
exactly.
Whatever. It's fun, it's good.
Talk your shit to no end. Really fucking rip that little ripcord and sputter whatever, violent, hateful, or otherwise wild nonsense you'd like to share.
I appreciate that.
And there was a comment from the chat that I thought was sweet from Peppercorn Patty saying, "You sound hot and you have nothing to worry about. Go get 'em," was the sort of vibe of the message. So everyone's being very, very supportive of you in the chat.
I appreciate it. And I am hot and I am gonna be fine, and I can't wait. Woo!
Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch.
Period.
Look at this bitch.
Fuck anxiety. I'm not scared anymore.
That engine's running. You know what? And you use that anxiety. You're anxious about a shitty relationship, and you use that anxiety as information to fucking put a knife in the heart of that relationship, and here you are. You enjoying the spoils of anxiety.
That's right.
Nindy News shares with us, but there are also may not be any other fish in the sea, so be anxious. That's 100% true. Thank you so much, Nindy News. Have you considered that there's not any other fish in the sea and that you'll be alone now? Communal Vision from Stone Monster, can we get some fries with that shake? Stone Monster throwing some game
If I
at
end up alone, I end up alone. I don't care. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. I've come to this point where I'm like, I don't care. I just don't. And if you're worried about that for somebody else, maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror, because it sounds like that's what you're afraid of. Whoever said that.
100%.
Just saying.
Overfishing, a serious relationship problem. Overfishing is a... P-Chops, can you clear that up? Can you clear that up for us?
Overfishing. I'm just talking about my life and my anxiety.
Nah,
okay?
See, nary is there something more inspiring than someone who is unafraid of being crushed by solitude and isolation. Someone who looks into the abyss and sort of says, I'm going to sing karaoke, as fucking stupid as it sounds and how as silly as that may look.
Have you heard how I speak? I'm abusive. I'm the abusive, hungry one. That is so rude. Absolutely not.
Wait, who said what?
I lived with a man-child for 4 years, okay? It's my time. I'm celebrating me now.
Wait, if the person is projecting, is the caller projecting that they were in fact the abusive? No, that's not the... Listen, Yusuf, I appreciate the sort of... Your gears are really turning on stuff, and I appreciate that energy, genuinely. As a mental health professional, I'm clocking this as... You can sniff out the projection pretty quick. You can sniff out the sort of, disproportionate sense of righteousness.
I'm celebrating, baby. Y'all can say whatever you want.
There's a certain genuine calmness to her...
Get
to her tenor that you can kind of clock as...
I'm not sorry, and I never will be.
Yeah, you're not sorry, and you never will be, and that's the vibe. I'm getting that energy from you right now, and it's nothing short of inspiring. So what we're seeing right now, just to make this clear, this is just to make this clear to the community. What we're seeing right now is the spoils of exactly what we've been talking about tonight. That anxiety is an energy to be harnessed, to be honed, to be channeled. Do not rid yourself. Do not soothe yourself. Do not cure yourself. For God's sake, don't cure yourself. Do not pathologize one of the greatest gifts you will ever receive in this lifetime, and that is the gift of anxiety. It is an unlimited source of energy, a perpetual motion machine. Allow it to give clarity like it did to Mish. Allow it to imagine a more monstrous and empowered version of the self like with Cherish.
Yes, Mish is a queen. Just want to throw that out there.
And what was that?
Mish is a queen. Just want to throw that out there.
Mish is a queen.
I have
from
a girl
Isabel.
crush on Mish.
I love this. I love this. Sparks are flying on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, and Bill, and noticing that there's a genius shaman in Bill's midst, in this passive-aggressive 88-year-old woman who's afraid of her own shadow, but it gives her form. It animates her body and life. Namaste. This is what we're talking about.
When she talked about plowing through the punk crowd, that's how I feel.
Yeah, no respect. No respect there.
I want to do that.
Yeah, do it. Go in there and fucking just drop the shoulder, give them the old Urlacher. It's not, they don't deserve respect in that basement.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So listen, namaste, Isabel. This has been an absolutely riveting note to end on. In a lot of ways, I would like to take credit for the recent upsurge in energy and agency in your life. And I want to thank you for letting us have letting us hear about how this program has worked in your life.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us how this program has affected your life. Is there anything else that you would like to share tonight before we move on?
If anybody's new tonight, I would just like to say to you, trust in the program. It works. Look at me. I'm living proof. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Isabel. Namaste to you. Bless you, and I can't wait to speak to you next time.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night.
Bye-bye. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Another absolutely amazing stream. Amazing to be with you again. Namaste. Communal Vision on our way out from Moisty Unicorns. Leslie, I've never hated and loved someone so much. I don't know who you're referring to, but I will take credit for all this hate and love. Caller, we did the last one. Sorry. We did the last one. We're running the credits. We got an active raid in the process. Kids,
don't forget, if you...
Namaste to you. Guys, we're about to raid N-Log, dear friend of the stream, not like other gamer girls, ripping some Mario 3 over there, going ape shit, going ham. We're going to go say hi to her, go follow her if you haven't followed her. She's always having fun and is a funny person. Namaste to all of you, though. We'll be back Thursday. We'll be back Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time, normal time, with a brand new exploration. Bless you. Namaste. Let's go say hi to N-Log. I'm overwhelmed with cherishing you all. Namaste.
Wait, really, Critical? That's all it did? Oh!